Happy Saturday! Happy Saturday! こんにちは。皆さん、こんにちは。Yasuno Hakuya です。Good afternoon. Yasuno Hakuya. Hello, hello. Happy Saturday, everybody. I hope you're all having a wonderful time. Yes. I did not forget to unmute my microphone. No. I'm just happen to be in a pretty good mood today, which is not normal. Yeah, maybe it's because it's not so hot today. The heat kills me. What was it? Yeah. I feel really good because like we did karaoke yesterday, right? I call myself a variety streamer, but these days more and more, all I do is play gacha games. In fact, I'm trying to get back into Wuthering Waves, and I'm just like, how did I end up playing 3 gacha games? Please kill me. All I do these days is stream gacha games. I mean, sometimes I occasionally do like Souls-like, but I don't do too many video games these days, and it's kind of frustrating for me. Just a little bit. But like, you know, I don't do karaoke too often anymore. Yesterday we finally did karaoke, which made me really, really happy to finally be able to do that again. I don't know, but like, how do I say this? Karaoke is something I feel very strongly about. Singing is something I feel very strongly about. It's something I truly love and enjoy. And it's one of the few things that just makes me happy, you know? Singing. So it's been very difficult for me to sing the past... Gosh, it's been like over 2 years now, hasn't it? That first year of streaming where all I did was singing. But now it's really hard for me to sing. And I hate that it's so hard for me to sing. But singing is something that genuinely brings me joy. But I don't know if you were paying attention last night, but... couple moments where I had to like lie down. Lay my head on the table just because... on the desk because I was just out of breath. It's genuinely very hard for me to sing, and very hard for me to talk even. So, but like, you know, the few times I do sing, even though it's really hard on my body, it's one of the few things that gives me reprieve and like, you know, makes the days a little bit easier to pass. I need to take that down, by the way. Even though the songs, my performance was pretty good, I was talking maybe a little bit too much about politics, so I'm gonna unarchive that as originally planned. If you wanna listen to my karaoke, you should probably do that now before I unarchive it. Yeah, maybe I'll try to do some karaoke again. It feels like lately I've been too busy with collabs that I haven't been able to do everything that I want to do. And like gacha games, right? They force you to do it. You can't just look away. With gacha games, the events are limited time only, so you have to do them. That's one of my big problems with Wuthering Waves, is that I stopped playing Wuthering Waves, and now it's hard to get back in because I don't have enough currency for polls. I don't have enough time to fit it in my schedule. So it's hard to get in there. I know Kuriko, my sister, she plays the game, but like she doesn't stream it at all, and I feel like that's fine to be able to just enjoy it. Yeah, I don't like GF2's timer. I mean, none of the timers are good. With Wuthering Waves, it's like I don't have a timer. Timer's not that big of an issue. It's more that there's too much content and it's all time locked. So I can never finish it in time, and I lose out on all the resources. Also, the battle pass in Wuthering Waves, it's, you know, the battle pass is the most cost efficient, but it's so hard to clear the battle pass. It's genuinely hard. In Girls Frontline in Reverse, the battle pass is pretty easy, but you just get it by playing the game. But in Wuthering Waves, you have to do very specific things. That is very grindy, and you can't automate it, right? There's no auto battle in Wuthering Waves, and there isn't even a slider. So it takes forever to use up your resources, your stamina. Also, hello Poke. Says we still got a week left. Might just see the story. Yeah, that's true. Well, hopefully we can finish this one today. It's always a little bit of a stretch for me to finish these story events in a single stream, even though they're divided into 2 parts. If they were a little bit shorter, that would be a lot better for me. I know Girls Frontline 1 had like their whole claim to fame is having like story events that had words rivaling the Holy Bible, but come on, man. I got a life. I can't read all that. It's not like I like dry, methodical, what do they call those? Dry, methodical dramas. What are they called again? Procedurals. Yeah, I like procedurals, but like, come on, man. Please. I'm just a streamer with very low stream stamina and not a lot of time, right? And like, it's very hard for me to talk. Right now, I'm running out of breath. I'm actually running out of breath talking. That's how, right? It's actually not easy for me to stream. So like, Girls Frontline, please respect my time a little bit more. Too much fucking reading. Like, I really love the voice acting. I don't want to skip the voice acting in any game. I never want to talk over the voice acting. But I don't know if you guys were paying attention to the last Girls Frontline stream, but I was just like, click, 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 skip, skip, skip. It's too much. 야다요. 뭐. 야다. So, let's see, was there anything? Yeah, I don't know. You know, there's like more gacha games coming out. There's Etheria Restart, Arc Knight's Enfield. I'm not playing any of this stuff, man. You know, I still might pick up Nikkei or Limbus Company. I hear they're both good. But like, I cannot play this many gacha games, please. Someone save me. Anyways, let's get to the game. Cool. Oh yeah, I need to move out of the way. Wah wah wah. Alright. You need a manager to play your gacha games. Yeah. Swear to God. Anyone want to volunteer to be a mod for me and just do my gacha dailies for me? Because this is rough, man. Oh, cute. Do you want to like play my gacha games for me and do my dailies so I don't have to? It's too many. It's too many dailies to do. I have like a day job, you know? Sometimes. Not always. Sometimes I have a day job. But I've also got like other things I want to do for this channel that I just can't do. I'm too tired. Well. How are you doing, Q? I hope you're having a wonderful Saturday. What are we doing? I want this. And I want this. Do I want this? No, that's crap. I don't want it. Oh, that's cute. A kitty gun. Why not? Get some more pulls. The good thing is that I'm not lacking resources in this game. I haven't been pulling for a lot of characters, so that's good. I said today, last night was the biggest scare. What was the scare? Also, yeah, I know. Yesterday was really good for me. It was really good. Being able to sing again after such a long time felt really nice. Like singing is one of the few things that keeps me from going crazy. I wonder when I see Hololive do Minecraft streams, do the talents actually? Yeah, I'm just like, how do they have time to do all that building? I don't believe it. I mean, like, I have friends who do like Minecraft and they do like, I guess there's like times when people do more Minecraft, you know, usually when there's an event going on. I like servers that are like short term only when it comes to any sort of like mass player game. They're not really MMOs. I don't know what you call them. Sandbox games? Like GTA, right? GTA, Minecraft. I know some of my friends tried to do the Pal World, but the Pal World is just not made for multiplayer. Pal World servers netcode was like awful. Everyone kept on disconnecting. I don't know. Maybe they do build it. Also, Springfield, she's just so pretty. Gosh. I like how they kept her sort of brunette, halfway between brunette and blonde. I like that. Though I feel like the color palette is a little bit dark for her. I would have liked if her blues were a little bit more bright. So like the way that her character is designed is that it's... Not you. The way that her character is designed... Where is she? Let's turn up the volume. Yeah, like the way that her character is designed is that your eyes actually focus in on this area because of how bright it is. You look here and you kind of notice her face as well because her hair is like sort of bright, but it's not bright enough. What ends up happening is that you end up looking down here a lot. You end up looking down here a lot. I mean, if you're into like long legs and thighs, then I guess that's like a boon for you. But like, because of how dark her jacket is, you end up just not really looking here at all, and not even really at her face because there's not enough contrast, I guess, where her head is. I'm not really a character designer, but I used to do a lot of like character design studies. Like once at this distance, you can like start to more like pay attention to her face. It starts to pop more. But zoomed out, you end up looking down here. I don't think that's too great. I feel like they could have changed it up a little. I do like that she looks kind of like a halfway between a knight and like, you know, a revolutionary soldier. But like, you know, head pats. A blackout happened? Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Hope you're alright. Sometimes, yeah. I'm not digging the twin tails. I mean, she's always been like this. Her hair has always been this way. Also, I guess I didn't care that her hair clips into her clothes. Oh, whatever. Her hair has always been like this. It's like Sailor Moon hair. And Springfield for some reason has a crotch zipper. Oh, I didn't even notice. You're right. Oh my gosh, you're stroking my cheek. Yeah, look. Yeah, there is this crotch zipper. I didn't even notice. Dark is scary for me sometimes. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Yeah, the dark can be pretty scary. I used to be very afraid of the dark, but I think I spent so much time. Oh, that's pretty cool. I spent so much time in the dark a lot that I'm not afraid anymore. But yeah, that must have been so hard. I'm sorry, but it's over now. Alright, I don't have her gun yet. I mean, this is her gun, but it's not the good one. We can roll for that, actually. I have plenty of stuff. Well, because you can go for parry, but I don't. I was never a fan of MP5, though the double pistols is pretty cool. All right, let's get the radiance. It looks like a. It looks like an M1. Yeah, it's a Springfield bolt action rifle, right? But the way that they designed this, it looks like an M1A, you know, the civilian version of the M14, like a modernized plastic one. Aesthetic wise, yeah. It's cool that the purple tier, yeah, it's just a cannon weapon. They're slowly adding more and more weapon types into these. So it's not like the beginning where it's all just like the same guns, but like to non-gun people, they're all just whatever guns, right? This game is very, what do you call it, aimed at actual gun fans. Like, what was it, Yuzong, he made that weird announcement at the convention, right? Where he was like saying, what was he saying? He's like, designing a game is like running a restaurant. Everybody can make their own takes on burgers, but nobody needs to teach the world what French fries are. And everyone was just like, what the fuck is he talking about? Yuzong? Making a game is like running a fast food restaurant. You know, you can change the burger, but nobody needs to teach the world what French fries are. Nobody has any idea what he's talking about. That if you don't know, Yuzong is the CEO of Mika Team. He's basically the guy who makes this game. So like, I guess what he means is that, like, you know, gun-based gacha games are like everywhere, right? You can change like you can change like the style, right? You can have XCOM, like this game, you can have like Android girls here, you can have like the students in Blue Archive with the halos, you can have like the cyborgs in Nikkei, right? But like, you don't need to explain guns to people, right? You don't need to explain the actual guns. Everybody knows what guns are. Like, you can change like the backstory and the lore and all that stuff, but nobody needs to explain guns go shoot. You shoot people with guns, and nobody needs to explain that. I was tired. I wish the retired guns looked well, rather than beat up. Character weapon design discussion, yeah. I mean, I'm a bit of a military nerd. I don't talk about it too much, but I'm actually super nerdy about military stuff. Kansai Dorito, I don't know who that is. MGSV, I didn't like MGSV just because they made up fake guns. Because in the other games, they all use like real guns, right? And like the fake guns that they made up weren't even cool. So like, you know, these guns are all like, you know, honestly, pretty realistic. Mostly anyway, right? They're realistic to actual real guns. But, you know, in Nikkei, they have fancier. I don't know if you can roll for weapons in Nikkei, but say like in Wuthering Waves, you have like really fancy looking swords and magical swords. In Blue Archive, the weapons are also like really fancy and fantastical, right? They look aesthetic, even to people who are not into guns. But this game is very much for people who like guns. You know what? I use Mishti a lot, so I should probably give her her dumb little space gun. This is like a gun that even if you don't like guns, you can be like, whoa, that looks like a funny looking gun. Alright, we can try to get this. Purple is Sig. Sig? I can't hold back anymore? What are you holding back? The Frankenstein gun customization, yeah, it was a little bleh. You know, it's either like, if you're gonna do this, you either go all the way with realistic guns, or you just go fantasy guns like Blue Archive, right? Like, going halfway is just kind of meh. And I know that they did it in MGS is because they were trying to avoid copyrights. Fuyo. Fuyo. Fuyo tte nani? What's Fuyo? I don't know what this is. I'm uncultured. Looking at some guides. Yeah, look at this thing. It looks so dumb, but like it's really cute at the same time. Everybody looks at this and like, that's a gun? It looks like a space laser. You don't need Mishti's SIG weapon. I don't? I mean, it looks cool. And it's just because I use Mishti a lot. Uncle Roger. I don't actually watch Uncle Roger, man. He's after my time. I don't need it, but the space ray. It looks so dumb. Apparently these are banned in Canada, even though like, yeah, all like 10 in existence. There's like 10 of these guns in the real world, and like Canada banned them as if anyone could actually get their hands on this thing. It's better to V6 her? Oh. Oh. I cannot afford to V6 her, man. I'm not gonna read all this stuff. I'm not gonna read all this stuff, man. You pulled Perry? I'm not gonna pull Perry. I have enough fire characters already. Let's see. Noko. Where are we? Alright, let's give you your signature weapon. Dang. Okay, there's a shortened barrel. Modernized stock with a chick rest. Smaller bolt. What is that? That rear iron sight is really weird. They probably just copied off the M1. Not the M1. Yeah, the modernized civilian M14s. I wonder if anyone makes modern Springfield rifles anyway. Haki emotes. Hey, nice. Nice. I should get new emotes, honestly. I should probably get new ones. Alright, what do we do here? I don't know what stats Springfield likes to have. but I don't really care. Go with this. Oh no, this? Ah, I'll take this. Calibrate. Extreme calibration. What is extreme calibration? Oh! Okay. Oh, you need these. That's what these are for. And I'll do that later. Okay. Phase strike. That. Springfield likes Hydro Boost? Ah, I see. Hydro Boost kind of a pain though. Hydro Boost kind of a pain to set up. I just give everyone Phase Strike. Just because like it takes so long to try to like get the optimal items with the right stats. So I don't even bother. She favor HP boost? Oh. None of these things have HP boost. Oh well. It's because she's a healer, right? I don't see any HP boost, just health. Oh, there it is. Alright, what is this thing? So apparently, I saw recently, I've been like looking at military stuff lately, and apparently, oh wait, apparently, this isn't really like political, I guess. In Ukraine, you know, obviously they've been fighting a war for like a long time now, right? Apparently in Ukraine, they have this thing that is like basically real IRL kill streaks. So it's basically like Amazon for the war. So like how it works is that soldiers, like basically they whenever like they defeat enemy soldiers, right, or they destroy tanks or whatever, they take photos and they bring back that photo as proof that they did their job as soldiers, you know, and they get points based off of like what they destroy, right? And like, you know, so like they're basically assigned IRL, and like the amount of points depends on how much supplies they use up, or like how many of their soldiers get injured. So like it's basically they have an IRL kill death ratio. And based on your IRL KD ratio, you get more or less points that you can use to spend on Ukrainian military Amazon. So you can order like guns, grenades, and like you can order flying drones or like wheeled drones. They had like, you know, drones that drop grenades or drones that like shoot stuff, but they also have like drones that like clear mines. They can do all sorts of stuff, and it's just like they're turning into real life kill streaks, real life Call of Duty kill streaks. I'm like, wow, that's crazy. It's actually insane that they would do that. But apparently it's good for making the soldiers like more motivated to fight properly. And it makes them like more like competitive, you know. Everyone's competing to see how many points they can get. And they can use it as bragging rights by like ordering special equipment that they usually would not get. I think that's pretty funny. It sounds like COD killstreak. It is exactly that, COD killstreak ability. That's what a lot of people are calling it. Like obviously like the actual amount of stuff that they get is not that much. They obviously like get more supplies through normal means, but this is more like it's meant to be like a morale booster, and it's also meant to be like an education tool to show the soldiers like what equipment is available to them. Because like obviously like when you're a soldier, usually soldiers are not really that well informed about their own armies. Usually, because like historically speaking, the big, what do you call it? Historically speaking, the leaders of armies never really told their soldiers what they're doing, or even like the state of their own army, right? So with this catalog, this war Amazon, they're able to show the soldiers like, okay, this is like the stuff we have in our army, right? This is the equipment that you can potentially get, or maybe like the soldiers don't even know that this stuff exists, and like they have a problem that they need certain equipment for, and they don't know that the equipment actually exists in real life, and they're like, wait, that's something that our army actually has, and we can order that, right? So it's good to have that catalog. Hey there, Irma. They are what? Hello, Irma. Hello. I'm just talking about how in Ukraine they have a IRL killstreak web store where they can, based on like their combat records, they get soldiers get assigned points that they can use to spend on ordering special equipment. Oh, what's going on? Yeah, I think that's just really crazy to have IRL killstreaks. Like, say what you will with, like, you know, I know a lot of people don't like, especially Americans don't like their involvement in the war, but like, I just find like things like this to be like really interesting. You want some tea? Oh, please go get some tea. What kind of tea are you getting? I think that gun looks good with the muzzle brake. I think so too, but at the same time, I like the thin little pencil muzzle. A lot of vets and active duties fellows I know want to go themselves but can't. Oh, that's interesting. I know people are like, oh, stop sending money to like another country, but it's like, I find a lot of the people who have complained, oh my god, we're going to call politics again. A lot of the people who complain just have zero idea what they're talking about. Like, they just get angry for no reason because they want to be angry. It's usually like that. People who are upset have like little to no understanding of what's happening. My tax money is going to the war. That's the very funny thing, is that like very little tax money is actually going to Ukraine. So like what a lot of people don't understand about weapons is that weapons have a shelf life. Weapons actually expire, you know. Bullets actually expire. But more than that, like missiles actually expire. Like obviously the explosives can like become less explosive over time. But more important is that like for a lot of like smart weapons, like, you know, guided missiles, the guidance systems actually expire. Like over time, the guidance systems will actually, because they rely on like special chemicals, and those chemicals over time, because of half-life, they get worse over time. So like you kind of have to get rid of them at some point. And the government actually spends money, all your weapons, all those like giant missiles and whatever, the government actually spends money to store them, right, in warehouses. They have to pay rent for the warehouses to keep these weapons. So it's actually beneficial to send away old weapons for most militaries. Is that it saves money is what I'm saying, because in order to like make new weapons, you need to be able to store the new weapons, and if there's no room for the new weapons, you might have to build new warehouses, which costs a lot of money. So it's cheaper to actually just send away the old weapons so you have space for the new weapons, which is what America has to do anyways. Not quite political, kind of political. Sorry, I'm a bit of a nerd. Yeah. Well, yeah, a lot of people who complain about this don't know what they're talking about. I don't talk about too much politics here, but I met another Vtuber at Offkai. His name's Almantis. He's not really a military guy, but he is he's a history guy. So history people I find are usually really fucking smart. But he also dabbles in a lot of different things. So I kind of want to do some discussions with him. I can't do it on this channel because I feel like it would reflect on me as like a political guy, and I'm not only not. I try not to be. We're here to. I think this channel should be a place to have fun. We're not really an education channel. Almantis is an education guy, so I feel like it's more appropriate for me if I were to talk about it over there, if I do want to talk about it. But I guess this game is very political, so I guess I get a pass here, okay? I get a pass. I'm allowed to talk about it when I'm playing this game, alright? Don't get mad at me. Get mad at Yuzong for making weird hamburger analogies. Consider that Ukraine has been on the forefront of drone. I mean, they're not really on the forefront of drone tech, but they're on the forefront of actually using the tech, right? On like a large scale, and using the cheap stuff, right? Most like high-tech countries, most rich countries are like building like really high-tech, super expensive drones. But Ukraine is like building like the really cheap stuff. Also, hey there, Frank. Hello there, Valtor. Hello. Happy Saturday. But yeah, I was talking about the logistics of sending, why it's actually cheaper. It might actually be like cheaper for a country to send old weapons away. Obviously, like, you know, America it would be even better if they could sell the weapons, but America actually has like what do you call it, stringent requirements for who they sell their weapons to. Most Western countries are very like picky about who they can sell weapons to. They don't want to just sell like weapons to like a country that will, you know, shoot them back at them, right? Obviously. So if there's no one that will actually be willing to buy your old weapons, because, you know, rich countries that you're friends with are probably making their own weapons, or they're making like, or they want the very latest brand new weapons. They don't want your old, you know, expired weapons, right? So like, if there's no one to sell it to, you might as well just give it away to a country that you like, right? You might as well. That's the mindset. I know a lot of people are like grumble. Mama Springfield, yeah. But yeah, Irma, you make a good point about the grain export stuff. Grain is very important, man. Before the Ukraine war, I really like buckwheat. You know, I put buckwheat. I actually make borscht soup quite a lot, and like borscht soup by itself is kind of, if you don't eat it with bread, it's not that filling. I don't really eat bread, so I used to put buckwheat as a filler into my soups, and it was really good. But ever since the war, it's been really hard to get buckwheat. Okay, buckwheat is one of Ukraine's major exports. It's really delicious. You know, it's really delicious. It's soft. It's not quite like rice, but it's more like rice than other wheats, right? I really like buckwheat. And it's so hard to get now, and it's also expensive now. And I imagine it's even worse for like the poor countries that need to eat this stuff, right? I'm just eating it because like I like to eat it. But like a lot of countries are really poor and they can't afford to eat it. And if they don't eat that stuff, then they'll, how do I say this? A government that cannot feed its people will fall to bad things. Bad things will happen when a government can't feed its people. And that doesn't just affect that one country, it affects all the countries around it, and maybe even countries halfway across the world. So it's in everyone's best interest that people are allowed to eat their cheap wheat. Food good. Please let people have food. It's very important. Nerd hockey is no nerd. Hockey just has a genius perk. I don't know if I have perks. Yeah, Girls Frontline is very geopolitical, so I get the pass for talking about it in this stream. But like outside of this, I probably want to avoid talking about politics. What the common American taxpayer don't know is that America benefits greatly with the MIC importing other countries. Yeah. They don't understand is that, are those people corrupt? Yeah, probably. Is it a bad thing? Yes. Do you benefit more than you... Is there more merits than demerits? Probably. You probably benefit more from the industrial complex than you realize. I mean, like, what was it? When we were playing Reverse 1999, right? One of the characters was like, you wouldn't even have freeze-dried vegetables with your ramen noodles if it weren't for the military. They didn't say the military. They said the space industry, but the space industry was basically built off the military anyway. So it's the same thing. You wouldn't have freeze-dried vegetables in your ramen if it weren't for the military. You wouldn't have it. Make buckwheat great again. Yes, please. I really like eating buckwheat. It's one of my favorite ingredients to use. I used to put it in my rice as well, just because like for the added fiber. It's really good. It's genuinely a really good grain. I love buckwheat. Part 2 is long. Oh, sorry. I'm just going on a tangent about storing logistics and drones and Ukrainian war Amazon with like kill streaks, and they like award points based off of your kill death ratio. That's crazy. IRL COD kill streaks. Anyways, this event was written by GF1 writers. You can tell with how morbid some of the love and hope. Food preservation has always been a thing. And it's, yeah, food preservation has always been a thing, but like, you know, lightweight, packable, you know, simple food preservation, it's the military invests in it the most heavily. Obviously, like, you know, everybody benefits from it, but a lot of technologies you have to like really like put in a lot of money to get it out there, right? Her eyes grow dim. The vivid young girl just a moment ago now lies dead, a look of trepidation frozen on her face. Then everything plunges into a bottomless darkness. Yay! Bikinis and pool parties. Old meal. Everything's settled. Looking forward to doing business with you again. I don't think the military invented pemmican. Pemmican was developed by Native Indians or Native Americans, whatever you want to call them, as a mobile food supply for people who are basically the people who do that move around a lot, right? They were nomadic peoples. Some people were not nomadic, but I think the people who ate pemmican were nomadic. I could be wrong about that. But, you know, they were hunters, but obviously they also fought wars with other peoples. So, I think it's really the same thing, right? Pemmican was developed for people who are moving and fighting, whether they're fighting animals or they're fighting other people. It's still basically the military. It's still basically the military, you know, of that time. Let it sink in that MP5 was one of the first few dolls I was assigned to it. Of course, I remember. I played GF1, or at least like the first half of it. I kind of fell off the second half because I made the stupid mistake of playing on the Japanese servers. I could cope at first, but at some point it became way too wordy. But also the gameplay is just really rough. I couldn't keep up with the gameplay. Did you dislike MP5 because she stole your heavy production roles? Was that what she did? Oh man, it's been so long. I'm so glad we don't have to do that anymore. Person next to you must be a commander, right?
はい、もちろん。
指揮官様、まだ買い物が残ってるので早く次行きましょう。ニールさん、失礼します。
おお、しばらくはここで店構えてるから。
Unfortunately,
気が向いたら来てくれよな。
she never grew taller because she's a robot. IDW, please. Actually, I like IDW. She's great. Commander Perry wanders through the bustling marketplace, quickly striking a number of quality orders through the Perry's connections. They're greeted by underground brokers. Hey Kimberly, hello. Happy Saturday. I hope you're doing well. Or is it Sunday for you, I guess? I don't know. You know, I'm starting to wonder if I'm really the one who has been living in contamination zones all this year.
前職の貿易会社のつてで闇ブローカーには顔が利くんです。
Small dealings. This girl is more of a black market person than we are.
それにしても随分交渉に慣れてるな。
お金に敏感じゃないと商売できませんから。私がいれば悪徳闇ブローカーにぼったくられる心配はありませんからね。
She joined the Merchants Guild, rubbing her palms greedily. I'll get you the best deals, Commander.
ああ、頼んだぞ。
Commander pats Perry on the head. The petite doll happily savors the brief moment shared between the two of them. Sick is making me drowsy? Oh no! Please get rest. Please rest yourself.
やっぱり小さいと不便ですね。
Making expressions with my stiff face. Sick makes me tired. Alright. Come anytime. I'm glad that you even said hello to me. It's more than I deserve. Anyways, please go get some rest.
出荷テクノロジーの依頼は無事終わったし、エルモ号のメンテナンスが終わるまで気晴らしできるんだから、みんな浮かれてたんだろう。
The commission wrapped up. Wait, didn't she shoot everybody? What happened?
さっきまで騒がしかったのに、もうどこかへ行ってしまった。
市場は珍しいのでわからなくはないです。
So like if you weren't here last time, this small blushing girl shot everyone in their beds while they're sleeping. But now, fast forward, everything's okay?
エルモ号で留守をしていた人形も任務帰りの人形もみんな来てます。リンドさんは京急さんに呼び戻されちゃいましたけど、グローザさんとアンドリスさん、それにミシティさんはメイリンさんのお手伝いに行きましたね。
That was such a long line. I feel bad for the voice actor to have to actually read that. I really like that they're talking about all the other characters. You know, it's not just this scene together with Perry. She's also talking about what's happening with everybody else. That's what I really like about Girls Frontline, is that so like obviously like the character dramas are not so, you know, tight, but what it does have that's really good is that it has like a really big world full of all characters that are all connected, right? In other games, like in Reverse, the characters are like just completely removed from each other, right? But in this game, everybody is connected. GF Run Writer seems to be kicking in with the latest chapter. Yeah. The early chapters they're kind of meh.
みんなのことが好きなんだな、ベリーは。
Feels like the GF2 writers were just didn't understand they didn't understand the core of the appeal.
もちろんです。久しぶりに会えたんですから。
Because if the GF2 writers
師匠もいれば。
were the ones who did the part 1 of this event, then I really didn't like that. It was just, what's going on, man? They were fired after all. Ooh. Were they really fired? Perry gazes over the winding market stalls and bustling crowds. Fleeting sadness crosses her face.
それよりどうですか、この闇ブローカー出張市場は賑やかですよね。
She's masking so hard right now.
新鮮な気分だ。
Yusung announced it himself.
こう
Yeah.
いう催しがあるのはポルトニッツァから聞いていたが、参加するのは初めてだ。
I heard they tried to shove in
近くでやっていて助かったよ。
pro-feminist agenda in this story and make a pathetic excuse of a human. I mean, Shigekan is a guy or a girl depending on who you choose, right? It doesn't matter. I think it's fine to portray Shigekan as like kind of pathetic. I think it's okay if you explain it properly, like why, like, you know, I guess the PTSD or like the guilt or whatever like made him or her like really bad. But I don't know about the feminist propaganda though. I was just like, it's when people say that, I have to wonder like what's actually happening. Like maybe it's true, maybe there are like feminist propaganda, but like I don't really trust things that I hear from Chinese players because I feel like Chinese players have like they're a little bit, you know, cuckoo in the head. You know, they'll take something and they'll just over exaggerate it, right? Like if you remember the whole NTR thing, it's just
初めてなんですか？
ああ、どこで開催されるかわか
stay
ら
away
な
from
いし、
Twitter, by the way.
エルモ号の航路とはい
I
つ
am
も
a
すれ違っている
VTuber.
からな。
Understand, I am a
ここまで大規模なものとは
VTuber. It is
思わな
very
かった。
hard to stay away from Twitter. But luckily, I haven't been getting too much girls frontline posts aside from the hamburger thing. What did Yu Zong mean? What did Yu Zong mean? Everybody can make their own hamburgers, but nobody needs to teach the world what French fries are. American food analogies meet Chinese food analogies.
闇ブローカーのこと甘く見ない方がいいですよ。あとはここが大型集落なのも関係ありますね。
I think if a story is bad, you don't need to blame stuff like feminism or whatever. I think a bad story is just a bad story. Maybe it's the case that the GF2 writers, maybe they just didn't read enough good war fiction. Because that's what I noticed with NeuroCloud and with GF1 was just that the creators of the game had obviously read a lot of really good sci-fi, like Reverse Collapse as well. They read a lot of really good sci-fi. They read a lot of really good war stories. They played really good war games, right? And that's why they're able to write good stories. Maybe it was a case that the people from GF2 side, maybe there were like a lot of, I don't know, university grads who only like played GF1, but they didn't actually like explore the wider media world, you know? Lots of Tom Clancy.
汚染が広まる前に建設中だったターミナル駅を中心に発展したそうです。
Before the contamination spread. Oh, this place is old then. Infrastructure was left intact after the station was abandoned.
住まいを失った人たちにとってそのまま利用できる建築物はありがたいですからね。
That's true. Building on top of existing infrastructure is convenient if the infrastructure is still intact. If everything's rusting, then maybe it's not a good idea to build on top of it. Maybe you might as well just start new. I know that's what they're doing in Toronto. I guess hopefully this isn't a political thing, but there's this thing called the Gardner Expressway. It's basically an elevated highway on like the waterfront of Toronto, and it's a really major thing for a lot of cars to go through. But it was built in like 1930 or something. So my friend, actually Frankie, took me under there, and he showed me the bottom of the Gardner Expressway, and I was like appalled because I saw the concrete was falling apart. It was flaking off. You could see exposed rebar along the entire like expressway, the underside of it. I'm like, you guys don't even have salt water here. What is deteriorating it? What's causing the damage? You guys don't even have salt water. That's a lake. It's fresh water. There's no corrosive. Fresh water does not have corrosive properties. So why is this thing like what's going on? And I heard that, like, actually, I think Frankie complained to me about it. Correct me if I'm wrong. Was that instead of like tearing it down, right? And like they couldn't decide whether they wanted to tear it down and like replace it with like, you know, a like modern street, like, because it's research has been done that highways don't actually improve traffic a lot of the time. So like actually like turning it into like a commercial district and like having like slow traffic, or you know, either tear it down and replace it with something else, or tear it down and build a newer expressway. But apparently the government decided that they would do neither of those things. They would instead repair the expressway section by section very slowly, which is really bad. It's expensive, and you get something that's gonna be damaged in the future again anyway, because repairs is not as good as just building a new one. So yeah. So what this whole thing that they're talking about here, where building on top of existing infrastructure, that only works if the infrastructure is still sound, right? There's no sense in building on top of infrastructure that's already like falling apart. Like you add more stuff onto it, it's just gonna fall apart. So I get the logic here, but in the world of Girls Frontline, right? Collapse radiation happened like, I don't know, 50 years ago. This is like 50-year-old rail station. It must be a really well-built 50-year-old rail station with like no real like bad weather. It must be like a place that like the weather is just like really good, that after 50 years it's still structurally sound. Damn it, I went on another tangent. We are not finishing this in one part. We're not doing this in one stream. Wonder if Gate would be a lot more interesting if GF won politics. Gate would be interesting if it was written by a person who actually has gone to war. Or like has read books. Like, I think Gate would be really good if it was not made by the person who made Gate, in which case it wouldn't even be Gate. So basically what you're asking for is a good book. What you're asking for is a good book that is not Gate. Give it a few more years. Yeah, give it a few more years. Mo-chan has an actual voice actor? I thought she was AI. I thought she was AI too. Yeah, trying to focus. No, I'm gonna go on my rants and my tangents, and you're gonna listen to it. You're gonna listen to it, and then I'll just make more streams. Even though I have no time for streams, I'll make more streams. Yeah, it may be the apocalypse, but people still need to go to the gym at 2 a.m. I don't know about you guys, but I have friends who go to the gym at 2 a.m. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? It's 2 a.m. He's like, no, man, I can't skip leg day.
闇ブローカーや賞金ハンターはもちろん、グリーンホワイトエリアのような政府エリアから来た一般人や普通の商人が来ることも想定しているんでしょうね。
これほどのイベントを主催するとなると相当な大物だな。
Yeah, let's just have a trade expo in like a desolate wasteland.
にしても今回のイベントの名前はだいぶこう落ち着いているというか、ポルドニッツァが主催した時とは大違いだ。確かメルクリウスのなんとか。
Maybe they finished the late shift.
メルクリウスの導き。
Sometimes. Mercury's Bazaar.
商業の神に導かれ、馬を飼い、道を作り、ローマに繁栄をもたらす。
Oh no, she's a nerd.
洒落た名前だろ。
Poldnitsa nonchalantly appears beside the two. I like that she's a recurring character. I like that they didn't get rid of her.
ポルドニッツさんらしいネーミングだと思います。イベントの名前はいつも主催者が決めてるので個性が出ますよね。私もいつかは。
Oh my god, her dream is no longer to become a mafia boss. It is to become the leader of the Merchants Guild.
それならエルモ号じゃなく私のキャラバンに来ればよかったのに。あんたなら3年で一人前になれるよ。
目の前でヘッドハンティングとはひどいじゃないか。
そちらさんは約束の時間よりずいぶん遅れたんだ。人を待たせるのはひどくないのかい？
約束？どういうことですか？
Seeing Perry's perplexed expression, Poldnitsa makes a pleased gesture and hands the floor over to the commander.
ポルドニッツァは闇ブローカーの代理人だ。君が今回この市場に来たのは、買い物はもちろん、本命はトンプソンの情報だろ。顔が広いポルドニッツァに頼らない手はない。
お得意様に頼まれちゃ断れないね。適当にブラブラしても情報は入ってこない。まずはこの辺に一番詳しい人間、つまり今回のイベント主催者の薬物マンと接触するべきだ。
彼とはどの程度の仲なんだ？
会うのは久しぶりだが、口は聞いてくれるだろうさ。あちらさんのキャラバンはこの辺りでは最大の勢力なんだ。こんな場所でどうやってこれほどの勢力を築けたのかは疑問だけどね。そろそろ約束の時間だ。商人は信用が一番大事
Her
なんだ
voice sounds a little different from the early chapters. I'm not even reading what they say in the English. I'm just listening to the voice. With Poldnitsa as our guarantor, we bypassed several guards and ultimately arrived at Yakub's place. Yakub. I don't know if you guys know what Yakub is, but apparently it's like this. Is this like internet conspiracy history theorist who like who believes that the white man is like the incarnation of the devil or something?
ドンペリだ。
Don Perignon. Even in the year 2074, we can't escape Don Perry. Please, I don't want to do a champagne call in a host club. Please, no, I don't want to be a host. After seating Poldnitsa at her company, Yakub snaps his finger and beckons over his waiters.
久しぶりだな、ポルドニッツァ。私のことを覚えていたとは。
それはこっちのセリフさ。まさか招待状の送り主があんただなんて夢にも思わなかったよ。イメチェンでもしたのかい？ホワイトエリアのお高く泊まってる連中と同じなりしちゃって。
ビジネスにおいて第一印象は寛容なのでね。
I wonder what actor he's
メル
supposed to
クリ
be
ウスの導きでお
based
前
off
があ
of.
りったけのルビーをまとめ買いした様子は記憶に新し
The
い。
girls' frontline staff really like
私なんか
to make
地
their
道な工
characters
夫
off
ば
of
かりだ。
real life people. So I wonder who he's based off of.
いいものには相応の対価を払う。あんたも服だけに金をかけたわけじゃないだろ。
商人として当然のことだ。世間話はこれくらいにしておこう。
Yakub waves his hand and neatly dressed waiters pour champagne into the guests' glasses. Without paying close attention, one can easily miss the weapons holstered on their wrists or waists, and a glint of silver hiding in the shadows.
ポルドニッツァから噂を聞いて、ずっと会えるのを楽しみにしていましたよ。エルモ号の
Maybe they're learning from Kojima.
では、出会いと再会を祝って。
Basing off Hollywood actors? Yeah, yeah. They based off of a lot of famous actors. Not necessarily Hollywood. A lot of European ones too. Well before this Stranding, yeah.
こちらこそよろしくお願いします。
Commander and Poldnitsa raise their glasses and take a symbolic sip of champagne.
今回の催し、ご満足いただけてますか？
At that point, he's employing Hollywood actors for sure.
どうなんだい指揮官ペリー。
もちろんです。
Perry, who has been waiting for a moment, immediately takes a chance to jump.
品揃えは豊富だし、普段見られない貴重品もたくさんありました。大変でしたよね。
Jakub's face fills with even more pride.
よくお気づきに。あなたも闇ブローカーなのかな？
まだまだ駆け出しですが、業界経験自体は豊富です。交易ルートも情報提供もきっとお役に立てます。私の連絡先です。どうぞよろしくお願いいたします。
As if on cue, Perry hands over her contact info. Jakub lets out a puzzling chuckle.
イエローエリアによくいる情報屋か。
Intel broker.
情報は大事ですよ。実を言うと、ヤクブさんにお聞きしたいことが。
トンプソンについて
Oh, she's looking for
ですか？
Thompson.
協力したいのは山々ですが、残念ながらこちらも情報がありません。ただ、
ここら一帯を仕切る闇ブローカーとして心当たりはある。
もちろんポルドニッツァの顔に免じて手がかり集めには協力しましょう。伊達に一大勢力を築き上げていませんからね。ただしこちらが集めた情報もソースはよその人間。信憑性は保証しません。
Any intel I provide likely comes from another broker, and the authenticity cannot be guaranteed.
信頼できる情報を得るには相応の対価はつきもの。お友達価格にも限界があることをあらかじめお伝えしておきます。
The smile on Jakub's face grows wider. Only now does Perry understand. The pride as the biggest broker in the region, and perhaps a tinge of contempt. Still, only someone truly capable can afford to display such an attitude.
そうですね。
Perry lowers her head in thought, fully aware that she is in no position to cover the cost.
こちらの持ち合わせも無限ではありません。それに闇ブローカーが集まっているのなら選択肢はたくさんある。
指揮官様。
さすがイエローエリアを渡り歩いてるだけある。
価格交渉は基本中の基本だ。キャラバンを抜けた時のこと忘れたとは言わせないよ。
Although Polnitz's smile remains elegant as ever, that natural oppressiveness in her eyes suggests she is used to looking down on him. The relationship between the two doesn't seem to have been friendship. Or at the very least, it wasn't a friendship built on equal footing.
誤解されては困るな。こちらの指揮官を私は大層気に入っている。欲のない人間は信用できない。なのでチャンスをあげましょう。明日開催されるゼマンラリー。私の名前を冠したこの大会を勝ち抜けば、情報を含めどんな商品も買える権利が与えられます。
それがあんたの考えた誘致イベントかい？
その通り。政府エリアの提携先は実力のあるキャラバンを好みます。どんな取引も商品が汚染エリアで台無しになっては話になりません。
ルールは？
自信のある人は好きですよ。このレースは本来提携パートナーを選抜するためのものですが、今回裾野を広げるために闇ブローカー以外の人間も参戦します。
What is this? What is this, reality TV?
パフォーマンスに応じて参加者には出張市場で利用できるポイントが付与されます。もちろん相手が私でも商品が情報の場合でも使えます。私はね、金もリソースも腐るほどあるんですよ。本来値段、ポルトニッツァの友人であるあなた方にはつい。
百部さん、闇ブローカーというよりなんだかホワイトエリアの商人のようでしたね。
Tournament arc?
ああいうスタイルなだけで根っこは同じさ。
昔何かあったのか？因縁があるような口ぶりだった。
So apparently Jakub used to be her subordinate?
あんまり勝手な言い訳
No
を
red
つけ
line
ない
arc.
方がいいよ。
Red line was so
今の大
peak.
物だし、
I love
向
red
こうの
line.
方が優位に立っている。
イエローエリアの闇ブローカーと一緒にされたくない態度だったな。でも今はどうでもいい。
He's not even hiding the fact that he's distancing himself from yellow zone brokers. My man wants to go to the white zones. He wants to become white.
そうですね。手段はあるんですから。ヤクブさんは私たちの価値を見定めているんです。早くレースにエントリーしましょう。
ポルドニッツァも一緒にどうだ？
私は遠慮しとくよ。
何か事情でも？
I really like Shikikan's voice actor.
来た時に見えなかったかい？外に止められた改造車が。
Yeah, the commander's voice actor is amazing.
もちろんだ。クルカイとサブリナ、部下の人形たちがす
He
ぐに見に
sounds
行
like
った。
such an asshole. He's so good.
レース用なのか？
He sounds like very fatherly, but at the same time, he sounds like an ass.
そうさ。どんな改造が施されてる
He
かわ
sounds
か
so
るしな。
sarcastic. There's a reason why dolls get raised by him. So, ne?
忠告しておくけど、これは衛星都市で開催される行儀のいいレースとは別物。後悔はしないことだね。
Oh, it's an actual race. Wait, are we doing Mad Max?
分かっています。でも師匠を見つけるためならどんなに可能性の低い
Mario
方
Kart？
法でもとにかくエントリーしておきますね。あ、これ
Wait,
私の
Twisted
メール
Metal.
先です。
ほら、行ってきな。
Red line. Oh, okay. In no time, Perry and Commander reaches the registration booth.
ゼマン
よく知ってる顔もいるがな。
Standing in front of the booth are the very same dolls at the Elmo, from the Elmo that went off on their own. Sabrina.
指揮官ペリー来てたんだ。まさかそっちもレースに？
Belka. Gross. Blech.
サブリナさんとみんなもそうなんですか？お姉ちゃん
See, even
は改
Perry
造車と
avoids
勝負
saying
し
her
たかった
name.
んだけど、ならレースに出ろだってさ。指揮官たちはどうして？
Oh. I hope that they make her, like, bearable here.
買いたいものがあって、これで人稼ぎしようと思ってね。
やっぱりポイント目当てなんだ。やっと見つけました、指揮官。
Damn, she looks good. She looks so good in that uniform. I really like the flowers. The flower insignias on her little pauldrons.
今夜の宿泊先を手配しました。私たちのことを忘れたのは確かね。お疲れのようですが、本当に大丈夫ですか？シャークリーのダンスで元気にしてあげるよ。
いいよ。
大したことない。明日のレースにエントリーしようとしてたところだ。
ああ、これが宿屋の主人が言ってたレースなんだ。勝てばみんなシャークリーに注目しちゃうよね。でも一人だと危ないな。誰かに協力してもらわないと。
Every time I see Sharky and like I think idols, I think Undyne from NeuroCloud. And I think, oh, wouldn't it be nice if Undyne could come into GF2? But then I remember in NeuroCloud, her whole story was about her body like overclocking all the time because they couldn't, the company that developed her couldn't like fit all the, you know, autonomous modules in her companion dolls. And so she had to control like 5 bodies at once. So like if she was already overclocking and struggling as a regular doll, there's no way they could put firing. There's no way they could put like a tactical. What do they call it again? I forgot the word for it. A tactical fire control core. That's what it was. There's no way they could put a fire control core in her if they couldn't do it before. So I'm like, oh. Then again, the big shrimp did say she had the ability to upgrade her if she really wanted to. Sharkfish shares the same VA with Tokai Teo from Uma Musume.
ねえ
Maybe if I played Uma Musume, I'll pick up Tokai Teo. I also really like Marzensky, but I feel like Marzensky is not that popular.
サブリナさん、私と組みませんか？わあ、シャークリーが先なのに。
Instead, people like Takeyan, Agnes, who apparently has like 7,000 children or something.
限定改造キットもなんとかします。だから私と組んでください。
You will be bred.
そんなに必死にならなくてもよくない？よくわからないけど一緒に組もうね。
She's eating ice cream. I want ice cream.
つまんないの。ねえねえお姉ちゃん、美容家と一緒にレースに出よう。足を引っ張られても優勝は私のものよ。それを証明してみせるわ。嘘ってことは組んでくれるの？404の敵は404が撃つ。それより話しなさい。
Okay. All right. With this like one line, they already redeemed her. This like this 3-line dialogue, they fixed her already. She's like, obviously we're gonna win. And like we're gonna do it even if you didn't say anything. Also, let go of me. It's really hot. That's how you do it, okay? Oh my goodness. They made Kukai bearable, and they made Belka less horrible. That's good writing right there. Kukai deliberately stares at the Zucchero ladies.
面白くなってきましたね。センタウレイシーさんとマキアートさんも参加されてはいかがですか？
こんな遊びにほうけてる時間はないわ。それにあいつに注目されない限り意味なんかないし。
優勝したら嫌でも目立ちますよ。
そうかしら。
指揮官も何か欲しいものがあって参加したんだと思いますよ。マキアートさんが優勝してそれを渡すのもまた一興かと。
ご主人様のお役に立てるなら私がズッケロの名義で参加してもよろしいですか？参加しないでなんて言ってないじゃない。あいつに欲しいものがあるなら。とにかく私も出る。
人をそそのかしといて自分は参加しないのか？
Most dolls have formed their teams. The original tense rally under the influence of an atmosphere now seems like a recreational activity while on vacation.
リゾートの時も運営側にいてあんまり遊べなかっただろう。今回は一緒に羽目を外そうじゃないか。
お気遣い感謝します。ここで断ってしまっては野暮ですね。
Hey.
参加者の皆様にお知らせです。エントリー終了後、すべての車両は羅針盤ナビゲーションシステムのインストールをお願いいたします。
ナビ？そんなのいらないでしょ。
聞き捨てならないですね。羅針盤システムはナビだけでなく、すべての車両の位置情報と配達地点の共有機能も備わっています。皆様の安全とレース状況の把握において極めて重要です。
The system can track, record, update positions of all vehicles, helping you locate delivery checkpoints. Why do I get the feeling that this is going to be a major plot point in this event? Like there's going to be like some sort of cheating and jerry-rigging or something.
それなら仕方ないですね。
じゃあ急がないとね。
そっか。じゃあ。絶対に見つけないと。
The hell? Isn't like Park 1 she killed us all? Yeah, right? Hmm? Springfield follows Perry's steps to the corner, only to find a dead end with no one there. However, the place isn't entirely empty. Something's parked there, eerily out of place. It's a modified Jeep. It's a vehicle Perry prepared for tomorrow's rally. Did she rig our Jeep? Is that what's happening?
「まもなくレーススタートです。本レースにおいてコースは限定しませんが、いくつかの配送地点を通過する必要があ
There's
り
no
ます。
designated route.
その
Objectives
際のタイム
offload your
と
cargo.
商品の状態に応じてポイントが付与さ
Oh,
れ
so
ま
it's
す。
Crazy Taxi.
ポイント集計は毎日行われ、低い順か
I
ら
wanna play
淘汰
Crazy
されていきます。配送地点では補給と修理を行います。
Maybe we can do a Crazy Taxi stream someday. I avoid the rowdy crowd by the racetrack and reach the spectator platform.
指揮官様、じゃあ行ってくるね。
Springfield flashes me. She flashed me? Oh my god. A smile. From far with Centracy. Macchiato simply glances at me before quickly turning her head away.
何ジロジロ見てんのよ。まさか他のやつらに目移りしてないでしょうね。
リラックスリラックス。勝利の女神の指揮官も
I love that these two are
きっと私たち
always
ズッケロの味方だよ。
partnered together now. It's great. They're such polar opposites. I love them.
あんたに聞いてない。あいつが誰を見てようが
Macchiato is
私には
just
関
turns
係な
into
し。
the butt of jokes. I like it.
お姉ちゃん、準備完了だよ。ナビも異常なし。次の指示は？
静かにして。うるさいやつは舐められる。
わかった。じゃあ黙るね。
Velka closes her mouth and looks ahead intently with her rifle.
今回は足手まといのミシティがいないし、私たち404が勝ったも当然。降参するなら今のうちだよ。
God, she's so dumb. She's also so dumb. Everyone's so dumb.
まもなく開始します。3、2、1。
After departing from the fair, the cramped cluster of vehicles soon disperse. And before long, Perry and Sabrina's vehicles roll into a valley with Springfield and Centracy following behind.
さすがズッケロ。スプリングフィールドもセンターウレーシーも食らいついてる。2台なのに息ぴったりだね。周りの闇ブローカーなんて目じゃないよ。うわ、あっちの闇ブローカー撃ってきてない？って手榴弾？そうだよね。
Grenades?
普段はあんなにおとなしそうなのに、これじゃバレアグと同じだよ。汚染エリアの環境とバレアグを相手に生き延びてきただけありますね。さすがに殺す気ではないと思いますけど。
Yeah, they're probably not trying to kill us. The Merchants Guild, probably not.
そうは見えないけどね。それもこれも
You
全
know,
部隠しルールのせいかもしれません。
they're very peaceful grenades.
隠しルール？はい。配送タイムと商品の状態によってポイントが加算されるし、わざわざ復活なしの脱落制度まで設けてるんです。それなら相手の邪魔をして脱落に仕向ける方が得策です。このレースの本質はセーフエリアの人間が実力のあるパートナーを探すための選抜ですから。でも今の相手ではスプリングフィールドさんたちを倒せません。そうだね。ズッケラのみんなが敵じゃなくてよかったよ。絶対に勝てないもん。はい。だからここは距離を稼ぎましょう。捕まっててください。
Let's use. What do we use? Wait, I like that Faye was given to us for free, but is she not in the story? I really like Faye.
行くよ。
Yeah, let's use you.
ご命令を。
And I don't have Perry, but I do have Sabrina. And I've got some. Oh, I forgot to upgrade Springfield. Whoops.
バチバチバチ。
了解しました。
She was kind of in Zhao Hui's story. I didn't play Zhao Hui's story. Right, Springfield, let's go!
お待たせしました。
さて。改造の成果を見せるよ。いつでもどうぞ。職務のうちです。作戦を遂行。承知しました。
It's basically Zhao Hui questioning her place in the Elmo and being leader of Monsoon. Wait, who's the leader of Monsoon? Perry and Sabrina continue the dash towards the checkpoint. Small jeep suddenly bursts out. That doesn't sound very peaceful.
あっちの闇ブローカーおっかないね。ずっとあのちっちゃい車を追ってるよ。これが商業競
Oh,
争
Zhao
か。
Hui's the leader. Huh.
競合チームのようですね。
Oh, right, there's
でも
Frostfall.
避ければどうとい
And
う
I
こ
guess
とはあり
Monsoon
ま
is
せ
a
ん。
different squad. Perry steers her vehicle to avoid becoming entangled.
そんな追ってきてる？サブリナさん。オッケー。
As Perry hits the gas, Sabrina stands up and fires back.
やった。でもどうかしました？あの中にいるの小さい女の子の気がする。子供でも闇ブローカーになれるの？
Yes, even children can become armed merchants. It's a tough world in post-Neo-Soviet Russia. Monsoon consists of Diane, Jiangnu, Faye, Zhao Hui being leader. I see. I guess I can see how like old fans might be upset at that. Everybody loves Diane still, despite the NTR.
ちょっとひどい
I
ね。
used to like Diane, but
サブリナさん、
I
行きま
think
しょう。
because of Neurocloud, I prefer Jiangyu. I like that phase in their little club, even though like her pistol isn't even a real Chinese gun. It's like a knockoff gun, right? No, she uses a CZ. Yeah, she uses a CZ, but someone else uses like a knockoff CZ. I forgot who it was.
一方的にいじめなんかさせない。
It's just because like she has like a Chinese skin, and they're like, oh yeah, she's Chinese now. Jia Hui is more used to working on dark parts of society. Oh, is that why she was like unfazed?
店長も他の人もいない。シャークリーたちが一番乗りだ。ふん。帰ったらあいつに。わっ。
Sourceful Bolt is a silver-haired doll, her countenance cold and gun raised.
なんなのよ。
Macchiato grabs her gun and fires a few warning shots. However, the silver-haired doll is already prepared for such a response. A green-haired doll fires another volley of bullets.
お姉ちゃんの威厳にひれ伏せ。勝つのは404だよ。
Macchiato fires back defiantly, directing all her bullets at the fuel tank of her opponent's vehicle. Unfortunately, Klukai anticipates and dodges.
前の依頼でアンドレスとミスティを倒したからどれほどのものかと思ったけど、訓練を倍増しないといけないようね。
ははーん、404の隊長さん、敵討ちしに来たんだ。どうする？マキアート。
Oh, because they lost during the pool party.
反撃に決まってるでしょ。むしろちょうどいいわ。いつも偉そうに私がいれば十分とか言いながらあいつのそばをうろうろして、それはこっちのセリフだっての。
All she does is parade around with her elite status and yell, "I'm all you need" constantly. I'll make that idiot commander who's really all he needs today. Okay. She's kind of like bad on her own, but like when she's with other people, it's so funny. Having Macchiato fight against Kukai is so funny.
怖いな。嫉妬深いと嫌われちゃうよ。
I love Sharkry so much. She's so wonderful. I love her. She's such a troll.
誰が嫉妬なんか。なら勝負しようじゃない。404とズッケロ、どっちが上か。指揮官が他の人形に抱く無駄な期待を捨てさせるいい機会だわ。
Wawa and Sharky make a funny duo. They're so good together.
やってやろうじゃない。何してんのシャークリー。このまま間合いを詰めさせる気。
Because like Macchiato's also like an elite doll, right? She's also built for fighting. So having her fight against Kukai is very funny to me.
マキアート、荷物が落ちちゃうよ。
うっさい。404なんかに先を越させない。
So ugly. Several hours after the race, one team after another finally finishes the finish line. Perry and Sabrina's vehicle is delayed, barreling into the resting zone, with Sabrina and Centaure's vehicle following close behind. Sabrina jumps out and grabs Perry in celebration.
やったね、ペリー。やっぱり私たちが組めば怖いものなしです。
おめでとう2人とも。今日の MVP だな。
ありがとうございます。ねえ指揮官、ペリーのハンドルさばき結構すごかったよ。
ギャラリーに徹したいから遠慮しておくよ。
ペリーさんとサブリナさん、息ぴったりでしたね。
スプリングフィールドさんとセンタウレーシーさんもすごかったです。あの手強い闇ブローカーがいなければ勝ったのはそちらかもしれません。
I like how now that all these characters are given like full dialogue that's like fully voiced, you finally get a like full picture of the voice actor's capabilities, right? Because before it was just like lines, in-game lines, right? Battle lines or whatever. But here we actually get like full real conversations, and you really get to experience just how talented and amazing and skilled these voice actors are.
今日は負けましたが、明日は本気で行かせてもらいますよ。
うん、こっちも全力で応戦するね。
指揮官、どうかしましたか？
ああ、あと2台残ってるはずだが見当たらないな。
マキアートさんとクルカイさんのことでしたら、先ほどシャークリーさんがメッセージをくれました。どうやら第2配送地点付近で激しく争った結果、今頃おそらく運営と口論しているでしょう。
たくしょうがないな。
今日稼いだポイントで情報変えないかな。
ちょうど本人が来てる。
おめでとうございます、ペリーさん。大活躍でしたね。噂になってましたよ。
いえいえ、そんな。今のポイントで師匠の情報と交換できますか？
師匠。
聞くと思いました。ですが残念ながらまだ裏取りが必要です。貴重な情報はそれ相応の対価が求められる。 そちらは引き続き準備の方をお願いします。
Oh, he's actually doing it.
裏取りが必要ということは手がかりはあるんですね。あとは私でやりますので、今日のポイントと
But I
足
get
りなければ私の貯金から。
the feeling that he's the villain of the story because usually what I've found so far is that in these stories they usually introduce the villain at the very beginning, even if they're not always acting immediately antagonistic.
申し訳ありませんが、生半可な商品を提供するつもりはありません。
Introduce the villain at the start.
引き続きレースに参加して
William
くだ
is
さ
a
い。
very
ポイントが多ければ
is very
多
much
い
like
ほど
a
そちらの手札も増えますよ。
aberration. He's like a very different from how it usually is. He's like foreshadowed and not whatnot, right? But I feel like the best stories have the villain at the very beginning, even if like they're secretly the villain.
そうですね。
ペリーさんなら分かっていただけると思いました。では健闘を祈りま
This
す。
whole event is Perry's, yeah.
焦る必要はない。情報交換が盛んなイベントなんだ。
ですよね。ありがとうございます、指揮官様。じゃあ私はこれから準備に。
すみません。ペリーさんですよね。アミンダって言います。レース中はありがとうございました。
Oh, I really liked her sweater. That's cute.
あなたは確か強豪チームに目をつけられてた。
そうです。弱小チームを狙うなんて卑怯ですよ。ペリーさんたちのおかげで生き残れました。い
え、当たり前のことをしただけですから。
これ私の連絡先です。私にできることがあればいつでも呼んでください。
情報が欲しいです。トンプソンって人形知りませんか？
トンプソン？
Oh, Jiangnu's here. Without Dian's suppression, Jiangnu has been spent the entire day strolling through the rows of booths.
指揮官様、長期と市場を回って面白いもの買ってきたよ。
Hi, Ayane Sakura desu. Oh my goodness. I love her voice actress. It's really good.
指揮官、アミンダ。
長期。会いたかった。どうしてここに？
久しぶり、アミンダ。
I gotta say, I really do like Jiahui's design. I think her character design is actually really, really good. A rip-off merchant from Neurocloud.
なるほど。この子が長期の言ってた闇ブローカーの知り合いか。
お世話になったのは私の方です。少し前に通信で昨日会う人と出会ったって聞きましたが。
アミンダ、そっちの戦力は足りてる？必要なら私が出てもいいけど。
大丈夫。仲間はもう見つけたから。心配しないで。こう見えても自分のキャラバンを持った闇ブローカーなん。うちにはすごく強い戦術人形もいるし、今日は用事で出られなかったけど、いたらあんな奴らには負けないもん。
Is that gonna be Thompson?
シュウカって言うんだけど、
Oh.
長期の仲間と同じ元グリフィンで。
Chohua.
お、
She's also Griffin T-Doll. Wait, who's Chohua?
まさかあなたがシュウカのよく言ってた指揮官ですか？
Is that the shotgun with the shield?
その集華って。
シュウカというのは今の名前で、
Ah,
スティグマは確か
dude,
17式ショットガン。
they made her boobs so big. I think that artist has a couple other characters for Girls Frontline. They also made, I think it was MG3, and the same thing. Her tits just kept getting bigger and bigger.
17式ショットガン、あなたのとこにいたんだ。はい、強いし料理も美味しくてみんなに好かれています。いつも指揮官って言ってて、事情があってグリフィンの知
Out of the
り合いに会え
Chinese
ないとか。
dolls, I want Type 79 SMG. I think that's the one, yeah. I want Type 79 SMG. The one that's drawn by Bulletproof Cow. Yeah. It's the one with the mechanical arm. I really like her.
その事情についてだが、今は気にする必要はないと。
なるほど。でもそうなったらまた新しい人形を探さないとな。わあ、そういえば仲間と会う約束でした。では皆さん失礼します。長期、レースが終わったらまた遊ぼうね。はい。
Sure are a lot of Griffin dolls.
ポルドニッツァと飲み比べなんてするんじゃなかった。
Look at this guy just getting drunk, acting as if his life isn't in danger.
見つけないと。
この声、聞き覚えがあるな。
Why is her voice doing that?
ペリー。
The very Jeep Perry used for a rally race quietly sits there.
どうした？車が壊れたのか？
指揮官、大丈夫ですか？
スプリングフィールド、どうしてここに？
ポルドニッツァさんに連れて行かれてから音沙汰がなかったので探しに。さっきのはペリーさんですか？
やっぱり見間違いなんかじゃない。君も見たんだな。
はい。
誰かと話しているようだったけど、相手がいなかった。通信か？
I like how he's not overdoing the drunk voice. It's very, very, very subtle.
だとしたらどうしてこんなところで？
Yeah, he's very slightly slurring his voice.
指揮官、今夜はもうお休みになった方がいいかと。
そうだな。こんな夜中に何しに来たのやら。心当たりはないか？いつもと様子が違うとか。
ないですね。
そうか。早く見つかるといいな、トンプソン。
え、寒くなってきました。お部屋まで送ります。
Ah, she's taking me back to my room. Nice cold booze would sound good right about now. Yeah, I mean, it's a Saturday. I don't know if I've talked about it before. I'm not really a night drinker. I can't drink at night. It makes it hard for me to sleep. So I'm actually I'm a day drinker. I usually drink during afternoons. If I do drink.
もう会場に行ったのか？
昨日。
そうか。
予想より早く終わりましたね。
That was a really long story. You guys weren't kidding.
指揮官様、スプリングフィールドさん。
調子が良さそうだな。
絶対に勝てるルートを一晩かけて割り出しました。待っててくださいね。
一晩で地形を把握されたのですか？すごいですね。
いきなり後ろから話しかけないでくださいよ。
It might be best to make this into 2 parts. I'm really considering it.
すみません。ですが、配送地点が変わらずとも、
I don't think I want to do a
汚染エリアは
5-hour
常に
stream
危険と
today.
隣り合わせ。
I would rather
い
not.
つ生き袋やバリアーグに出くわすかわかりませんから。
大丈夫です。サブリナさんと一緒なら今日のレ。
Sorry, I gotta check something real quick. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
そうだね。ところで今日は私たち以外は
I was
スプ
looking
リ
up
ングフィールドとセンター
the
レース
release
しかい
date
ない
for
んだ
Metal Gear
ね。
Delta. It's gonna be on PC. Yeah, I was looking up the release date for Metal Gear Delta. So I'm probably going to do a speed run of Metal Gear 3 before it comes out. Or maybe just a regular run, you know. I think I can beat the game pretty quick.
かに脱落してもレース会場には来るはずなのに。
It's been a long time since I've played it.
シャークリーさんもいつもスプリングフィールドさんについてきてるのにいな。
シャークリーさんをお探しですか？
If you memorize all the enemy patrol patterns, might be possible.
はい、ちょっと心配で。
No, it's been like more than 10 years since I last played the game.
昨日のレースでクルカイさんとマキアートさんの争いに
Oh God,
巻き
it's
込ま
been
れ
a
る
long
形
time.
で脱落しました。今は部屋で拗ねています。
そうなんですか。クルカイさんたちも同じ理由ですか？
マキアートさんはポイントが稼げなくて拗ねていましたが、
I hope they include some new content as well.
センタウレイシーさん、
It
何
doesn't
か
have
知り
to
ま
be
せん
anything
か？
substantial, just, you know, expansions of stuff that was already there. Like the original theater.
今朝お部屋を訪ねてみたのですが、いませんでした。
そうですか。
まもなく開始します。
始まっちゃいます。
お手柔らかにお願い
Yeah,
します
just
ね。
little things is
シェリ
fine.
ーさん。
それでは行ってきます。
指揮官様、
ん？まだ行かないのか？
励ましてくれますか？
繰り返し。
大丈夫だ。どんな結果になっても私はここで待ってる。
I promise you, I'll be waiting for you right here, no matter what.
いいえ、今度こそ絶対に勝ちますから待っててください。
よしよし、たかがレースでしょ。そんなに緊張しなくてもいいじゃん。
行きましょう、サブリナさん。
Quality of life improvements? No. I think there's like some, like in the original MGS3, there's like cut content and stuff that was like Easter eggs, but were supposed to be extras that I think they could add in there. Since they have the resources to do it now. It doesn't have to be like major, like, you know, plot points or like character changes, just little extra stuff. I think it's a waste of resources to just make the same game again. I'd rather just play the original.
あれ、ペリー、羅針盤の画面にピンがいっぱい刺してあるよ。ちょっと危ないんじゃない？
The RFE4 remake was massively different.
どれどれ？
I don't mind because I think they're different games. But I really did not like new RE's depiction of Ada. I think it's just wrong.
これは生き袋の巣穴やバリアーグの拠点です。昨日苦労して集めた情報なんですよ。
I'm a little bit upset they got rid of Cool Leon and replaced him with Emo Leon, but it's neither here nor there.
迂回した方が足止め食らわずに済みますよね。
すごいよ、ペリー。でもこれって
They
リアルタイム
changed
ナビゲ
Leon
ーショ
to
ンだ
like
よね。
match up
マーキングまでできるんだ。
the rest of how he's been depicted in the future sequels. But I really just did not like what they did with Ada. Miscast completely.
上から聞いて知ったんです。どんな時でも情報は一番大事です。
They hired the wrong person.
商人たるもの、切り札は常に用意してないと。すごい。さすがにそう簡単には。汚染エリアですから何が起こっても不思議ではありません。わあ、生き袋だ。サブリナさん、行けますか？
They hired I'm just here for the paycheck person.
大丈夫、任せて。
Director, yeah. I agree.
行くよ。了解。
了解しました。お待たせしました。
作戦を遂行。いつでもどうぞ。作戦を遂行。
自業自得。さてほら危ないよ。
承知しました。
さて
Wait, they can shoot through walls? Oh hey, Springfield actually has a counter. Nice.
死にの方試せる。
お申し付けを。
思った以上に時間使っちゃったね。もし生き袋を回避できなかったらレースを完走する体力がなかったよ。これもこのレースの趣旨ですね。
Yeah, they really took away Ada's whole femme fatale thing. But like that's her deal. That's what she is. She is a femme fatale.
ペリー見て、スプリングフィールドさんだ。車の様子を見てるようですね。
Like I don't think it's. I know some people complain about it being like fetishization of Asian women, but it's like the developers are Japanese. They are Asian. Are like Asian people not allowed to be sexy? It's weird.
私たちみたいに襲われたのかな。修理しているのなら手伝わないと。
It's really weird to me.
でも
She isn't femme fatale with anyone. It's just with Leon. Yeah, exactly.
大丈夫だって。こういうのは得意だから。サブリナさんの能力を疑っているのではなく、レースが。ちょっと待ってください。順位を確認します。あれ、センタウレイシーさんが脱落？生き袋に絡まれたかもしれないね。センタウレイシーが負けるとは思えないから。それなら多少ポイントが低くても脱落する心配はなさそうですね。
Oh yeah, of course. Her interaction with Wesker and Krauser are very curt and to the point business, right?
じゃあ
But she's also like, in the backstory, she's very much like a spy who does like seduce people.
はい、助けに行きましょう。任せて。あ、気づいた。スプリングフィールド、車壊れた？あれ？
Just as Sabrina is about to reach Springfield, she suddenly halts in a somewhat comical pose. A streak of familiar color was hiding all along their blind spots.
どうしました？
The scene unfolding before their eyes is completely incomprehensible, even to these two excellent tactical dolls. Right behind the vehicle, lying silently behind Springfield's feet, is none other than Centaurecy. A gaping hole lies where her core is.
スプリングフィールド、どうして？
Before Sabrina could finish, a bullet pierces her core. As Sabrina hits the floor, the dazed Perry quickly comes back to her senses, only to see Springfield with her rifle trained. While the usual soothing smile lingers on Springfield's face, her gaze is anything but. A cold-blooded viper is what stands before them. She stares down at Perry, as does the muzzle of her rifle. What's going on? What's going on? Springfield's evil? Evil Springfield?
予想より早く終わりましたね。
She couldn't be evil, right, guys? She could never be evil. No, not our Springfield. No, that's crazy. No, I think Perry is a little bit. I think Perry has just gone crazy. As gunshots ring out behind her, the already terrified Perry is struggling to keep the vehicle under control.
何がどうなってるの？
Keon's drawing of Springfield drowning MDR. Lewis! No! Lewis! He was so sexy! They got rid of him. What a treasure.
聞いてたら返事してください。スプリングフィールドさんから逃げられるルートを教えてください。早くしてください。追いつかれます。
What is this, a horror? It turned into a slasher film.
落ち着いて。今はまず安全な場所まで逃げて。
Springfield's gaining on her, bumper to bumper.
あらあら。
What the frick? Oh my god. It's a slasher film. You think you can get away? Your attempts are so cute.
ごきげんよう。
Damn it, don't you look down on me. It's just Springfield. Just Springfield. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
やれるもんならやってみな。
I like how they're like trying to, what do you call it, fix the melee weapons in this game, because
作戦を遂行。
there's only 2 melee users and they're both
了解しまし
really
た。
underpowered. Just Monica.
お待たせしました。
思いつけを。
I saw Katao Shoujo was making the rounds again today.
汚物は消毒。さて。
Do any of you guys play that game?
私の新発明味わってみて。
Only one route? Yeah. Lily's... Me too! I played Lily's route and I was like, yeah, I'm not playing another
お
route.
待たせしました。
You're not ruining this for me. After temporarily shaking off Springfield, the compass system, which was silent during the entire encounter, finally reconnects.
助かった。これは
I didn't use the guide. Yeah,
ス
me
タート
neither.
地点までのルート？指揮官様と合流しろという意味ですか？一体何がどうなってるんですか？はあ、考えてもしょうがないや。あ、もう追いつかれた。ごめんなさい。
Expecting a whole lot of commotion, Perry only then realizes the fair is completely devoid of people.
いた、指揮官様。
Despite the distance separating them, Perry quickly spots the commander. However, everyone simply stands stiffly in the middle of the street, frozen like statues. Yeah, she's crazy. She's gone crazy. Perry's gone crazy.
やっぱり何かがおかしい。 もうすぐだ。
あらあら、しぶといですね。
Springfield steps out of her vehicle, with an amused smile on her face. She paces behind Perry. Bullets strike both of Perry's arms. Her badly damaged frame can no longer maintain balance as she crumbles to the ground. Battered in bruises, she keeps moving forward. Meanwhile, Springfield inches ever closer. Oh my god, Springfield looks so cool. This is why she's never in combat, because she would be too dangerous. Did Springfield ever receive a mod 3 in GF1? I don't remember if she did. Ahead of them lie the original rail tracks of the station. As Springfield approaches, she gently kicks away the small pebble at her feet. Her boots let out a crisp ringing as they make contact with the rails. Finally, she raises her muzzle against Perry. I would have been all over that. Right? They never gave her a mod 3.
探し回った甲斐がありました。
見つけただけでは無駄ですよ。今だ！
Having successfully lured Springfield to the final coordinates designated by a compass, a feeling of certainty and confidence fills Perry's heart. Despite falling just short of success, countless attempts and cooperations were enough to put her in trust of that voice. As anticipated, they do not let her down. The thunderous roar of an oncoming locomotive shatters the silence. A train traveling at full speed suddenly appears on the broken track. As it rapidly approaches, Springfield standing on the track is exactly its target. No, Springfield! No, don't get run over! A deafening explosion erupts right on the track just before the train makes contact. The heat generated by the blast mixed with the dust, accompanied by shockwaves, instantly blinds Perry. Yeah, this is probably what her mod 3 would have looked like.
消えた。列車もスプリングフィールドさんもどうして？
私ならここですよ。
It really is a slasher film. Perry's breath gets caught in her throat as Springfield suddenly re-emerges. There's nowhere to run. Springfield smiles as she crouches down and gently strokes Perry's cheek.
単刀直入に聞きましょう。あなたには協力者がいる。
Teleports behind you. Nothing personal, kid. Would you like a cookie? Oh, sweetie, darling, are you alright?
こんなに震えちゃって。やっぱり誰かがメンタルの上書きを邪魔しているようですね。
Someone has been helping you avoid a neural overwrite. Oh, we're back at the pool party.
どこですか？その予備電源装置。
一番後ろの棚だけど倒しきれてないモッピーがいるんだよね。
私だけで十分です。サブリナさんはゲートロックの様子を見ていてください。
Instead of firing on Perry, the Moppy's indicator light flashes abnormally. It ends up dumping a few rounds in the opposite direction, where there's no one present.
ありがとうございます。
Huh? After grabbing the power supplies, Perry thanks the Moppy.
ここだ。はや。ほらほら、こっちだよ。二手に分かれたか。まずは厄介な方から。
Macchiato ignores Mishti and turns around to chase after Andrus, but then she sees a Moppy rolling out of the room, which blocks the path between the two of them. The indicator lights on the Moppy in Macchiato's blind spot flashes rapidly.
2頭を追う者は確実な方に行くべきね。雑魚が。
Lynn sweeps her leg over in an attempt to topple the moppy. At the same time, Perry stares at another moppy. The very next moment, the moppy behind Lynn starts spinning and spraying. Lynn is unable to deal with it on her own.
なんだ。すみません。
What's going on? Is Perry controlling the moppies? Oh right, the moppies went crazy after Sabrina broke the rules, but is that really what happened? Perry issues a command to the moppy unit. Following Perry's order, Moppy aims and fires at Groza. Meanwhile, Perry makes no indication to evade and remains frozen with her gun in her hands. Leaning against the car door, Perry looks at the compass system.
絶対に見つけないと。
Termination code.
停止コードを。
Oh, so she wasn't looking for Thompson. She was looking for the termination code. Why was that being blacked out though?
では教えてください。あの夜、誰と話していましたか？答えなくても結構です。
I love Evil Springfield. She's so hot. Oh my god.
不具合は修正済みですから。
Springfield smiles contentedly, then promptly pulls the trigger. A bullet tears through Perry's core without warning. Her eyes grow dim. The vivid young girl just a moment ago now lies dead, a look of trepidation frozen on her face. Then everything plunges into a bottomless darkness. The fair, the train track, the statue-like crowd, and Perry with her destroyed core. Everything shatters into fragmented data, disintegrating and fracturing until everything reverts into disordered symbols. Evil Springfield is Keon Springfield. What the heck is this? What? Huh? Springfield safe mode enabled.
どこから入ってきたかは分かりませんが、対処してしまえば問題ありません。もう彼女を助けられない。これでいい。エラー修正完了。修正報告。同期開始。
Program displays an error instead of running smoothly. Anomaly upload failed. Springfield frowns at the sight of the result.
セルフメンテナンス。
What's going on?
予想より早く終わりましたね。
How far are we along with the story? Oh. We barely started. Maybe we'll try to get to 1-3. Yeah, this is a long event. Compared to part 1, at least this isn't so sleepy. Yeah, this is good. Part 1 was like, oh, what's happening, man? I'm so bored.
もっとスピード出して。ハミンダの位置まであと少し。
And it's got Jangyu. I love Jangyu.
落ち着いて。そんなにマップをつついても距離は縮まらない。
You don't know that.
落ち着いてらんないでしょ。
I just have to press F5 more.
レースを諦めてみんなで探している間に次々
Okay,
と他
and
の
then
チー
it'll
ムも失
refresh.
踪者が出たって話が来て、あんたの友達でしょ。
焦っても事態は好転しない。運営から位置情報をもらっているし、信号が消えない限り希望はある。
最初はこんなナビシステム入れたりデータの処理するの面倒だと思ったけど、やっぱり必要ね。位置情報すら発信できないチームはもしかしてもう。
発信源は人じゃなくて車。車が破壊された証明にしかならない。残業時間が反映されないタイムカードのようにね。
The compass is installed on the vehicle, so the vehicle being gone doesn't mean people are as well. Just like how an employee can still be working on the spreadsheets years after the company's bankruptcy. When you continue to receive your payroll years after the company goes bankrupt.
こんな時まで冗談を、しかも笑えない。
雰囲気を和ませたいだけ。
Oh my god, I love Zhao Hei. That's like how I comfort people.
車が見えた。アミンダの。多分気絶してると思う。
うん。
誰もいない。
近くに足跡がある。
他の闇ブローカーの仕業じゃない？
可能性はある。一番楽そうな相手だから。
バリャーグ、まっすぐ突っ込んできた。
戦闘準備。
No, it's a shame. I don't have Johnny.
了解。
Oh well.
やれるもんならやってみなよ。それ。ほら、危ないよ。
Not even on global yet. Yeah, of course.
お待たせしました。いつでもどうぞ。
I love America. Maybe not so much right now, but you know, I'm sure things will get better. Let's see.
Goku. 索敵するよ。
はい。作戦を遂行。承知しました。じゃあお申し付けを。
撤退だ。強すぎる。
これで終わり。
待って。
なんで止めるの？アミンダの失踪は。
さっきまで周りにバリアーグの痕跡はなかった。なのに彼らは明確な意志を持って襲ってきた。
それって。
事故を起こした車両の周辺にあらかじめ待ち伏せしていたんだろ
う。やっぱり。
なら相手が悪かったね。
向こうは全力じゃなかった。
何？どういうことだ？
こちらの脅威度を探っているようだった。配送したように見えたけど、撤退自体はとても統制が取れていた。
No double banner? Oh yeah, that would be.
地形に詳しいことを武器に参戦車両を狙ったいつものバリアグとは根本的に違う。
ああ、同意だ。覚えてるか？前にもそんなバリアーグがいた。
もしかして。
そうだ、
少し前のエイダの件で相手した連中と同じ拠点を潰したはずなのに。
またあいつら。今度こそ徹底的に叩きのめさないと。
指揮官、ペリーは見つかった？
可能性はある。
私はどうすればいい？
バリアーグはこちらが処理する。
分かった。
了解。
I quickly relay the information to Brave, and then contact Rosa. What's their deal? Contamination zones are a confusing mess to govern, and Variag is simply an umbrella term for bandits. Most of these thugs have no systemic training or military background. These Variags and the group we encountered during the Ada incident are distinctly different, but they share the same cautious approach and tactical awareness. Could it be the result of Brave's recent targeted eradication of Variags? Perhaps there's a commander now leading them.
指揮官？暗い顔だけど何かあったの？
It'd be an ass if they do Type 97 shotgun and Type 97 together. Oh yeah.
ちょっとな。
ちょっと。
君の手にかかればそんなものだろう。
つまり私が代わりにブリーフに連絡して。
君にしか任せられない。
了解。
頼む。
Springfield and Centaurecy are walking towards me. But didn't Centaurecy lose her core? What happened?
申し訳ありません、ご主人様。
So Perry really is going
まだ見つ
insane.
かっておりません。
ですが、ええ、昨べのペリーさんの子。偏僻な位置に加え周辺も暗かったので昨べは見過ごしましたが。
つまり誰かがペリーと話した後このドアに入ったと？
Someone was talking to Perry.
はい。
酔ってはいたが方向感覚はある。
It's next to Yakub's
ヤクブの
place.
住処なんだろう？
周りの飾りで目立たなくなっていたので。
ヤクブは派手好きだからな。
はい。警備員の
ただこちらに相当警戒。ポルドニッツァさんの知り合いですし。
かなりふわっとした
穏便に済ませるに越したことはありませんから。
わかった。
Alright, alright.
ふざけるな。納得できるか。うちの参加者は全員羅針盤をインストールしてんだ。
落ち着いてください。お連れの方はもしかしたら車両の破損によって
連絡がつくなら困ってないんだよ。
Sharply dressed broker saunters out of the door, with a pistol in hand.
これはどういうことですか?
I like how his anger mark is like crudely drawn with like crayons. It's so funny to me.
ヤクブ。それはこっちのセリフだ。レースはとっくに終わってんのに、うちの連中は一向に戻ってこね
え。無知猛昧で野蛮、品のない人間だ。これだからイエローエリアの田舎者は、外で狼藉を働く強盗連中と何が違うというのか。
But you're a yellow zone broker too.
てめえ。
頭がないなりに考えてみてください。イエローエリアで活動するのも市場のイベントに参加するのも初めてではあるまいに。
てめえ。
話してやれ。羅針盤システムは主催者として取れる最大限の安全措置です。違いますか？だからこちらには何の日もない。諦めて仲間の帰りを待つか自分で探しに行く。
ヤクブさん、
人払いを済ませておけ。つまらないことで客人をおろそかにしたくない。
はい。何かご用でしょうか？
はい。仲間が失踪して。
わかりました。お力になりたいのは山々ですが、先ほど警備長に確認したように
暗かったんですよ。
言い切れませんが、こちらの警備員はセーフエリアの
では監視カメラの映像を見ても。
申し訳ございません。
バックアップも？
There's no backups? Oh, sorry, we lost all the surveillance. Oh, the backups too? Yeah.
はい。メモリ節約のため、前日の記録は。
なるほど。でも本当に心配なんです。
言いにくですが、その警備員たちは。
How convenient. This is clearly more of an excuse than anything else. Anyone can go through that door if they manage to find it. But with this kind of response, Jakub must be involved.
ヤクブさん主催のイベントで大切な友人を失ったとなると、巡り巡ってヤクブさんに不利益が及ぶかもしれません。
I turned to her, surprised by her sudden interjection. To my knowledge, Springfield was never the type to play emotional card, nor would she ever be so rash. Springfield's words clearly throw the secretary off his momentum. If he is also someone, like he said, hired from the safety zone, he can't possibly tolerate a threat coming from a doll.
そちらの人形さんは自主性が高くて優秀ですね。
Oh, he took the bait. Never take the bait.
失踪された人形さんも自ら離れたのではなくて。
Guard's not on duty and the camera went off? Oh, it's just a coincidence.
私たちを見捨てたと言いたいのか？
初日のレースであれだけ活躍して注目を浴びれば、もちろん私の妄想に過ぎません。ですが、
そうと思いたいがな。
I turned to Springfield, only to meet her gaze halfway. We both arrived at the same conclusion.
他を当たってみます。協力に感謝します。
お気になさらず。
The gentle smile from Springfield's face slowly fades.
何かご主人様と店長が
人形の失踪が重視されないのを懸念して、私たちはペリーさんのことをずっと友人と呼んでいました。その友人が人形とは一言も言っていません。
None of us ever clarified that the companion was Perry.
なるほど。すべて計算づくだったのですね、店長。
Is that what you meant when you told us not to put all the goods on the shelves right away?
買いかぶりすぎですよ。
Sneaky.
ねえ、長期。
So since they never said that it was
深
Perry,
入りするのは良くないんじゃない？
and the guy just blurted out himself that it was a doll, then that means that he knows.
陽動は敵が食いつかなければ意味がない。あの時、私たちはすぐに追撃しなかった。そうじゃなくても。
そうじゃなくても。安心して。私がいれば、エイダと同じ思いはさせないよ。長期。あの谷。
バリアーグと襲われている闇ブローカー。
了解しました。
On here.
お待たせしました。
さて。改造の成果を見せるよ。お申し付けを。了解。やれるもんならやってみな。
Oh.
いつでもどうぞ。いつでもどうぞ。作戦を遂行。はい。
Oh yeah, I just saw that apparently they finally replaced the G36 in the German military. They replaced it with the G95? I don't know why they called it the 95. I don't know where the 95 number comes from. But it's basically the HK416A8. Man, there's a lot of HK416s. So they basically decided that they would make that the new rifle. So, you know, like, for the longest time, I thought the HK416 was a Germany's rifle, but I guess only special forces used it. It didn't have the G designation for like standardized equipment. So like G is like when it's been fully adopted. It's like the G3 rifle, the G36, and now G95. Glock names their Glock numbers after patent numbers, right? Yeah, but this is a military designation. It's not a company designation.
アミンダ、無事だったんだ。
The company designation is HK416A8, but the military one is G95.
それで何が起こったの？
It's so complicated. In Canada, we just have like C1 through 9. Makes it easier.
協力者と一緒に昨日模索したルートをでも途中でそれから必要に追われてニールおじさんのキャラバンがいなかったら。
チョキ、襲われた闇ブローカーから話を聞いてきたよ。リーダーはニールって人で今回の出張。
そうです。バリャーグと遭遇した。
でもバリャーグの
みんなで力を合わせます。普段協力しないと汚染エリアでは生き残れませんから。それに同じチームの闇ブローカーは大抵同じ集落出身です。ニールおじさんの失踪した仲間は
わかった。
コウ、先にアミンダとニールさんを送り返して。
了解。
アミンダ、失踪した仲間の。
ニールおじさんの仲間。
Oh, I just noticed a little screen above her head. It's got a heart on it.
言われなくても探す。
ありがとう。
Being a broker, you have slightly better quality of life.
ということで。
わかった。
Suppose so. It depends on the person, right?
君のことはそれに止めたところで君は行くんだろ？失踪者を助け出せ。
了解。
I mean, there's people like Commander, who lives on a relatively luxurious, you know, mobile base, right? But maybe he's like more of the exception.
どうしました？ブリーフの情報に。
このエリア、ブリーフの情報によれば、このエリアのバリャーグは活発に活動している。集落が近頃はおとなしくなって防衛軍との衝突はなくなっ。
そのような依頼を受ける PMC は装備も
ああ。こんな劣悪な環境なのに。スプリングフィールド、ヤクブはこの辺りで勢力を拡大したんだったな。何をしたかわからないが、一階の闇ブローカーがこんなバリャーグによる被害が目立つ地域でやっていけると思うか？
A broker can rise so quickly and prominently in an area infested by Varyags. Well, the only explanation that you would normally think about is that he's working together with them.
確かに。この件は
勝利した事実よりも皆さんが無事帰還できたこと。
I think we'll do this for 3 hours, so maybe one more node. Blood everywhere. It blows through so stiff corpses. Vehicles have been riddled with bullets and overturned. Drivers and their passengers have all perished. Some were dragged out of their seats and bludgeoned to death. Others were left with a bullet lodged in their skull. Sceneries painted with hellish brutality and barbarism. Is this the graphic descriptions you guys were talking about earlier? Yeah, it's kind of... I don't like this. One node was like an hour-long story. Oh god, please. Zhao Hui moves to what's left of the brokers. Her once healthy tan skin is now turned into dark purple bruises. Rage overwhelms Zhao Hui. Let me at least remove the body from the corpse driver's seat first. Such thoughts fly through her neural cloud as she crawls into the vehicle, about to ignore all the filth and bloodstains, except the interior seems to be a far better state than she anticipated. All except for its displaying screen. The compass system, which is capable of sending the vehicle coordinates to rescuers, has been completely destroyed.
Amindaの仲間を見つけた。
にしては声が暗いな。
全員死亡。
続けてくれ。
しかも彼らの車はすべて羅針盤システムが破壊されている。
破壊された？戦闘による損傷じゃないのか？
細かく調べたけど明らかに人為的なもの。
They purposely destroyed the compass systems.
そういえば君とコウが見つけた。バリャーグが待ち伏せを仕掛けていたのは偶然じゃない。奴らは羅針盤の機能もそれを辿ってくる人間がいることも知っているんだ。
Are they using the compass system to purposely kill people? To like lure them here and kill them? But like why? What's the purpose for killing all these merchants?
チョキ、すぐにアミンダの車に戻ってくれ。
Is it like he's killing all their merchants so that they run out of money and then he can buy them? Is that what he's doing?
了解。
サブリナとメイリーも向かわせる。
Is this like the whole like hostile takeover by like buying them when they're all like unable to support themselves anymore?
心強い。
And then he'll be the only merchant in the area. You know, it would be really nice if they could let us use the characters like guest character. Because like, what was the whole point of showing her like that if I don't even get to use her? I think it's a waste of an opportunity. What I really appreciate is that in reverse, they're always getting you to try new characters. Final boss who can use borrowed Springfield, yeah. But yeah, you guys weren't kidding. This story's long. Did the bird just pee on them?
ごめん。
大丈夫です。
Oh, mailing.
通信でも言ってたし。
この車で間違いありませんか？それってつまり間違いないようです。
Just pack it.
羅針盤の機能を知っていたとしても、メイリー、データの復旧はできるか？
It was sprinkling all over the dude.
損傷がひどすぎます。
指揮官、前から気になってたけど、配送地点に車が来ることを知っていても 被害に遭った車はどれも完全に分散していた。アミンダの証言によればチリジリになったキャラバンを、
つまり位置情報がバリャーグに筒抜けだったと。同感だ。だから羅針盤を破壊したのはどちらかというと証拠隠滅に近い。ヤクブがデータを公開しない限り迷宮入りだ。
System's not public.
でもちゃんと帰れた車もいますよ。
配送地点でもゴールでも運営はチェックを理由に羅針盤を操作していた。証拠になるような痕跡はとっくに消されているだろう。
じゃあどうすればいいの？その話だとベリーが消えたのはヤクブと関係あるかもしれない。あいつ絶対簡単に口割らないし。
指揮官、強行手段に出る。
Hesitation isn't born out of fear, but caution, lest we set off some kind of fuse that's indifferent to who will be caught in the blast.
指揮官、
まだその時ではないかもしれません。
Springfield quickly interjects herself.
相手は商人です。ここは商人の流儀で行きませんか？
Oh my god, Springfield, you're so reliable. Not like that Groza. Ooh.
どうすればいい？
グリーンエリアでちょっとしたビジネスをやってまして、あとは安心してお任せください。
That's good. It's the 19th? Oh goodness, we might have to do it again
君ほど
tomorrow.
安心して任せられる人間。メイリンとサブリナは市場に戻って他の車のチェックをしてくれ。長期、降雨をそちらに向かわせた。
分かってる。
It's only a couple of days.
ラブレンチ、闇ブローカーから巻き上げる計画はどうだ？
Why do I feel like I know this name?
順調ですぜ。初日に目をつけた雑魚はあらかたしゃぶり尽くした。
焦るな。本番はまだ先だ。ここ数日はまず市場の戦力を削る。最終日、奴らが反撃能力を失った隙をついて。
まったくその通りで。
発信装置は壊したな。
へっ、着いたところで何もできやしませんよ。
バカが。やれと言ったら徹底的にやれ。ヤクブとのつながりがバレたらことだぞ。私たちはどこにでもいるバリャーグでたまたま近くで開かれた市場を襲った。これを崩したら話にならないんだよ。
へい、冗談じゃないっすか。最初は1台壊し損ねましたけど、すぐに戻ってちゃんと壊しておきやした。
それでいい。ブリーフや闇ブローカーの連中が真相を知れば他の地域での計画が滞る。
Hey!
Speeding up events from now on to catch on with, yeah, I remember I asked for that, so you can blame me. I wanted everyone to be on the same page. That way, they, you know, the hype can all be contained together. It can be concentrated. Hype is very important.
もう一つ。帰ってきた連中の話だと、この前俺らの拠点を潰した例の賞金ハンターが
Now,
また
only
現
if we
れ
could
た
get English voice acting, but maybe people just aren't willing to pay for it.
今日の待ち伏せで奴の人形を見ました。
It's only now that I'm
今は
streaming
多
this
分
game, I
市場に。
guess, that I feel like, yeah, the Japanese voice acting is, it's a barrier.
ジェラードが管轄してた拠点か？
It's a barrier because I'd have to otherwise read out every single dialogue. Because like not everyone who's watching streams is going to be like actively watching, right? And reading along, right? A lot of people have the streams off to the side. And I feel really bad because I do not have the energy to read every single line of dialogue.
へい、あの人形たちの強さはえげつない。デカ物が間に合ってよかったですぜ。改造も終わりやしたし、いつでも出せます。
Yeah, I hope
ど
that
うせ
they
最後の攻
compensate.
撃で使うんだ。
Because like Reverse has so much compensation.
奴がいるとなれば。
They give free rolls all the
そう
time.
簡単にはい
There's
か
so
ない
many
な。
exchange codes. I feel like Girls Frontline has been very stingy with the exchange codes.
あの自分から来た人形はどうなった？
言われた通りメンタルの上書きの最中ですけど、念のために調べてましたが、どこも壊れてないらしいです。
高性能な人形だ。メンタルのガードが硬くても不思議じゃない。計画変更だ。
えい。
予想より早く終わりましたね。
Like, I think this game would be a lot more popular if it had English voice acting. Because it's not, I don't think it's doing that well. Back to suffering. Hey there, Irma. What were you doing? Oh, I feel hungry already. I haven't had lunch yet. I only had breakfast today.
消えた。大事なものが何が起きてるの？どうしてスプリングフィールドさんは残法則を破って私を攻撃したの？変山環境にどうして上書きプログラムに気づかれたの？私たちの存在に気づかれてない時ですらあなたに助けてもらわなければどうしたらいいの？またあの暗闇に戻るの？もう記憶をなくしたくない。
With her mind fractured and body in agony, Perry slowly driven to the edge of insanity. I accidentally rubbed my eyes with the hands that held a packet of chilies. Is your life a cartoon? Oh my lord. You were dying the last half hour. Oh no. Were you like not able to like dunk your face in like milk or something? Would that have helped? I'm so sorry that happened to you, Irma. You did. I guess the damage had already been done, huh? I hear people crying and quitting over Uma Musume with the current banner. With no pity, and they aren't generous with carrots. Yeah, I mean, that's just JP gacha games. That's just how it is. That's why, like, I don't know, if I do play Uma Musume, it's gonna be very short and abrupt, man. I don't think I'll stick around if I do play it. If I did, I feel like I'm a little bit late to the party anyway. It's the one that saved her when she failed to resist the neural overwrite. It's the one she stepped through countless times. This is a really nicely rendered door, by the way. Relinquishing this chance given by the voice means overwriting process will be completed in no time. By then, none of these precious fragments will survive, which means Perry will stop being Perry. She's trying to desperately patch herself so she doesn't get overwritten. I would never think I would prefer a Chinese game over JP back then. Yeah, it's just JP games have really, they're very extractional, right? I mean, I'm not even surprised. Umusume is Psy Games, right? Psy Games. It's just always been like that. They've never been known for charity work. I don't know, I played FGO. Yeah, you're a masochist. I'm sorry, but like, jeez. Psy Game has hands on actual gambling rings. I've been on the Uma hype even before Ian heard about it. Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's a game about horse gambling. Did you think you were gonna get like a deal on that? It's a game centered around horse gambling. It didn't go despite the hype train, yeah. I mean, I'm a content creator, I guess, so obviously it's good for me to try to be on the trends. But I'm also really bad at jumping on trends.
闇ブローカーたちも警戒するどころか引き続きレースに参加するという声もありました。これ以上被害を出さないためにも、はい。
指揮官、証拠の件、私にお任せいただけますか？
Stupid lucky. Oh, that's good.
Springfield.
All Japanese folk go broke to horse gambling. Yeah. My father gambled on horses too. So I actually grew up around horse gambling centers. And yeah, it was just really boring for me. I never found any majesty in the horses. And hell, I was always just standing there being hungry, standing next to my dad, who was just like waiting next to those screens. And I'm like, can we go home? Can I have food? My feet hurt. So like I've not had good memories associated with horses. Although I know a lot of other Vtubers were like they grew up around and like rode horses, which I thought was really cool. But like obviously I've never ridden a horse. Hard to throw away an account when it has decent servers on it. Servants. I witnessed an illegal horse racing machine get raided by SWAT. Whoa, what? That's crazy.
闇ブローカーの考えは汚染エリアの天気のように予測がつきません。
I'm really hungry.
敵味方がはっきりするまで安易に手札を明かさない方が得策です。
Let's see. Way long delicious konjac shuang. I don't know what the hell this is. But it's something that looks spicy on skewers. It's probably not a good idea to eat this because it's gonna make me salivate. In fact, I'm already salivating. But I'm hungry, so I don't care. I'm hungry, so I don't care. Oh man, that's... Oh, I can smell the chilies. Oh, all right. Okay. Whoa. Okay, so it's cognac. That's just been like, whoa. How did it get on my hands? Oh, sorry, I gotta go clean myself up. Why did I do that? Why did I decide to open this packet up of really spicy cognac? Don't rub your eyes. Yeah, I'll try not to. Okay, I washed my hands and I got some yogurt so that my tongue won't burn because damn, this is spicy. I just took a small piece.
では指揮官、ポルドニッツァさんとお会いしてきますね。向こうにとって損のないビジネスです。断られることはないでしょう。
そちらの顧客の注文リストは私も確認しました。私の品揃えならきっとご満足いただけますよ。薬品、燃料、ありふれたものはもちろん、醸造酒の材料や鉱石の数々、あまり大きな声で言えないものもご用意できます。これらは政府エリアではなかなか見つけられません。つてに頼れば AI 搭載型機械もラインナップに加わります。私のキャラバンの力、あなたもお分かりのはずでしょう。
Oh, who's this?
ドラヘンさん、これだけの好条件です。何を迷っているのですか？
Miss Draken.
何軒か回って比較するのは買い物の常識でしょ。
Oh, I like her. I like her.
注文が注文だから取引相手は選ばないとね。
ならなおさら私を選ぶべきです。資金も腕力もこの地域で私以上の闇ブローカーはいません。土地のことも一番詳しい。
わかった。その前に商品を見せて。仲介人として客の代わりに見極める責任があるんでね。
Really pretty.
もちろんです。秘書に倉庫の住所を送らせます。時間に関しては
オッケー、期待させてもらうよ。
Why does her voice sound like Polnitsa? Is this Polnitsa in disguise or something?
ただ仕入れが少し遅れている商品もあります。
構わない。取引が成立したら納品の前日に用意してくれればいい。
その代わりと言ってはなんですが、今回のお値段。
What's a new character? Okay.
2% 値引かせていただきます。
A 2% discount. He'd been waiting for this day to come, ever since his first trade. Ever since he sold the collapsed piece he'd taken from the pocket of a hunter's corpse. Good job. That's something valuable you picked up. They go for a decent price. To this day, Yakub still remembers the one broker who traversed both safety and contamination zones. The calculating look in his eyes, hidden under wrinkles, was utterly distinct from the decayed, empty pupils of the hunter's corpse. They were different from the eyes, his own eyes that were turning green from hunger, though both had glimpsed the mortality of their own kind. One was trapped in desperation, and only saw the present, while the other weighted the risks and was fixated on the future. Are these the kind eyes that define a human? Then does that make himself and what does that make himself and others living in the settlement? Such a thought briefly crossed Yakub's mind before being completely replaced by the exhilarating sight of food. On that day, Yakub made his first deal of his life and ate some coarse yet clean bread. The meal was ravenously devoured, and the taste has long escaped his memory. But one thing was certain, it was better than mud cakes. Aww. I'm feeling bad for this guy.
当然です。 ポルドニッツァとは比較にならないお値段でしょう。
Upon hearing the name, the person on the screen raises her eyebrows, and a grin breaks out on her face.
これは耳の早いことで。
商人として当然です。窮地にビジネスチャンスを奪われてはたまったものではないでしょう。
そうかもしれないね。そちらの誠意はちゃんと客に伝えておくよ。
Once again flashing his affable smile, Yakub raises his glass to a toast.
では今後ともよ。
作戦完了っと。あ、戻らなきゃ。料理が冷めちゃう。
Okay, we can do one more node. We can do one more node. Like I promised, 1-3. We're about halfway, right?
とりあえずここに隠れよう。
どこ行った？チビ一匹に逃げられてたまるか。
のこのこ来た獲物だ。
隠れても無駄です。今のこのメンタルログもすぐに消去して差し上げます。
Although the gateway to jumpstart the simulation program exists, the entire sequence has been altered with the voice's disappearance and Springfield's intervention. Of course, Springfield has noticed it all. No simulations are safe anymore. The moment Springfield defeats her is the moment this portion of her memory will be overwritten. Before she can catch her breath in her damage-ridden body, Perry immediately senses Springfield closing in.
これは
In the opposite direction of Springfield, autonomous sentry she controls, Perry spots a small, jagged hole.
私の大きさならちょうど通れる。
Perry nimbly maneuvers her way through the narrow alleys. Yet as she follows her memory forward, she finds herself in a dead end. Only now does Perry realize that this virtual space, constructed by the simulation program, has also begun to crumble.
ここにいる限り私には勝てません。演算プログラムが巧妙に上書きプロセスを妨害していますが、時間の問題です。諦めてください。あなたを助けていた不具合はすでに修正済みですから、演算を続けても結果は変わりません。もう一度聞きます。あの夜、誰と話していたんですか
Perry stares straight into Springfield's eyes, trying to muster her last bit of strength in an attempt to raise her gun. Without any suspense, Perry's core is once again destroyed. Perry collapses to the ground. Her body, along with the entire simulated space, gradually shatters.
プロセス完了。
Once again, red light flashes before her eyes. Anomaly upload failed.
ネズミが一匹いたところで支障はありません。
Man, this virus program sure has a personality.
セルフメンテナンス開。
I'm sure Perry will have PTSD if she hangs around Springfield. Yeah. Okay, that was a bit short. We can do one more. Just one more.
戻りました。今回の取引で得た結果、ここです。
After enhancing the image, oh my god. The enhance meme in any Hollywood movie. Wait, freeze frame, enhance, zoom in further, enhance. That's not how video works.
時間も合っている。やはりな。監視カメラの不具合は言い訳に過ぎなかった。こんなものどうやって手に入れた？
ズッケロの経営からいろいろ学びました。 一見一連卓上でどんなに親しい
I mean,
ビ
you
ジネ
could
スパート
argue
ナーでも
these
ふとした
days
瞬間に競
you
争
have
相手になっ
AI
てしま
that
いま
can
す。
clean up imagery, but even then, it's still just guessing, right? It's just guessing. Can you trust AI enhancement exactly?
競争を制するのは
It doesn't
情
actually
報
know
を持
what's
つもの
there.
汚染エリアでも
It's
同
just
じで
making a
す。
guess.
そして情報の取り扱いは私の専門。自分の足で探すことだけが
And making a
方
guess
法
is
では
probably
あり
not
ま
a
せ
good
ん。
idea if you're trying to find like a very specific information, right? It can just make things up that weren't there, or it can remove stuff that was there. So, AI enhancement is not what you should be doing if you're looking through surveillance footage.
それで
Suspect have 7
ポルドニ
fingers.
ッツァにはいくら払ったんだ
Quick, run a search for people who have 7 fingers.
危険を冒して手に入れたんだ。相当値が張っただろう。
いいえ。お金にしか価値を見出せないのは有象無象の闇ブローカーです。ポルドニッツァ3レベルの闇ブローカーならその点は重々承知しています。代わりに彼女のキャラバンに潜んでいたネズミを捕らえて差し上げました。
ネズミ。闇ブローカーの事情は複雑だな。
指揮官の経歴と比べればずっとシンプルです。
それよりどうやって気づいたんだ？
ここから盛り上がるのに今度2人とも時間が空いてる時のために取っておきませんか？続きが気になる物語は読み手の期待を膨らませる。
わかった。
どうぞご安心ください。プラチナリゾートの時のように羽目を外していただいても構いません。
I love my wife. Just relax and continue to enjoy your vacation, just like you did at the Platinum Resort. I'll handle everything here. Just enjoy your vacation. Keep getting drunk.
ただもう少しだけお待ちください。薬部の身辺は複雑なので、お茶会の前にコーヒー豆を厳選しなくては。
Who the hell drinks coffee at a tea party? That's insane. I'm never gonna stop laughing at how comical his anger emoji is here. Late at night, as Yakub is about to enjoy a nightcap at his private bar, he receives a message that makes him slam his fist on the table. Poldnitsa gave better terms. My client thinks we need to reevaluate both of yours offers. The cold yet terse sentences from Jakin makes Yakub lose all his composure.
ふざけるな。俺よりいい条件だと。ポルドニッツ。
Toxic masculinity right here.
昔はくだらんことで俺をキャラバンから追い出しておきながら、今度は金に物を言わせてこっちの妨害よ。あのアマ、クソー。
Yakub downs his glass of wine, barely managing to regain his coolness. He pulls out the list he sent to Draken.
価格はさらに抑えて追加条件も出さないと。
Oh, he's getting desperate. Flipping through the documents, Yakub quickly calculates all the potential price adjustments, but no matter how much he crunches the numbers, the ideal profit still remains an unsightly number, too hard to stomach.
Yeah.
There's no profit to be made here. Poldnitsa is doing this on purpose to fuck him.
これ以上抑えたらコストが安かろうと儲けがない。
It's just a race to the bottom. What's the point of driving the price down like this? Even when you snatch it from the bandits with the cost close to nothing, it still can't go any lower. Yeah, that's a problem, That's capitalism, Jacob. I noticed this, like, I'm flying to Eastern Canada in a couple weeks, right? And I've noticed is that like airlines have just been like getting worse. And what the fuck? Why is there's like spicy juices all over my desk? Oh my lord! Oh no! Oh no! It's everywhere! Ah, oh, there's orange. yuck everywhere. Ah, no, those are documents. Ah, those are important documents. Oh my goodness. Anyways, as I was saying, it feels like these airlines have just been getting worse and worse over time. Like the seats keep getting worse, right? They offer less and less. Yeah, when I remember when I used to take airplanes, you could always get food whenever you wanted. There's always snacks available, always drinks available. If you were hungry, they could give you like instant noodles. They don't do that anymore. They don't give you instant noodles anymore if you're hungry. They just give you like a if they do provide snacks, they'll maybe give you a snack, but that's it. They'll give you a cookie or something. They don't let you do carry-ons anymore without paying. Same as with check-ins. They used to give free check-ins for long-haul flights, but now you have to pay for the check-ins. If it's a short-haul flight, you have to pay for the check-ins. Oftentimes, you have to pay for the carry-on as well. Yeah, just cheap peanuts, right? Like, I don't mind peanuts. It's like, peanuts is different from like a Nissan cup noodle, right? Like, because it holds a monopoly. I don't know. It's just every airline is just racing to the bottom. Ever since COVID, it's just the price of tickets keep going higher. So like so that new airlines came in, like the ultra low cost ones, but now like the ultra low cost ones where like you can only bring a small bag with you, no carry-on luggage, right? No food, no nothing, no drinks. But then the regular airlines started copying the low-cost carrier and pushing the standard economy down to the bottom. And now quality is down across the board. Everything is just worse, and you're getting less for what you paid for. No competition for better quality of service? No. At least in America, North America. I hear it's actually pretty decent in Europe, where you can get like a $20 flight to Italy from like France or something. It's like cheaper than taking the train. But obviously it's not as comfortable. But you know, people can bear with that. You know, $20 to fly to a different country within like an hour, that's not so bad. But America, it's not even cheap. It's not even cheap. It's expensive, and like you're getting less and less. The service is awful. It's just a shit show, man. It's no good. It's the race to the bottom. That's what Jakob's experiencing right now. You can only make things so cheap to the point where like you're barely kept alive at the end of the flight. Merchant's bottom line.
俺に出ろとどうしてた？あの闇ブローカーたちの戦力ではやられるのは時間の問題だった。それに殺したのは俺じゃない。
言い訳はそれだけかい？
You stood by and watched. Oh, he was watching people get blown up by Varyags, and he was pillaging the corpses.
こっちだって人は少ないんだ。
Not Varyags, but
助けたらこっちもやられる。
Oh, he abandoned fellow brokers because he didn't think he could help them.
汚染エリアでお人よしは真っ先に損する。落とし物の商品はコストがかからない。売り値も抑えられて、集落の人間も仲間も全員得をする。
Oh, he was taking supplies from other brokers and then leaving them to get killed by elids. A survivalist mindset is not wrong, but if everyone does that, then everything goes to hell.
お人よしにならなかっただけかい？お人よしはいけないけど、商人の一線を軽々と越えるのはもっといけない。
We're not philanthropists, but what you're doing is dangerous.
あんたは闇ブローカーに向いてない。
You're not cut out to be a broker. Years ago, after tasting the benefits of trade, Yakub accumulated more lost objects to barter with brokers, ultimately joining Poldnitsa's crew as a helper. For a very long time, he worked hard and rejoiced in every clean loaf of bread he earned through hard work. Dilated pupils no longer frightened him, and he no longer drooled over basic sustenance like a starving beast. Yakub was content. Now he could look at the goods and think about what price to sell them at tomorrow. All until that day when he was kicked out of the convoy, with Poldnitsa coldly staring at him. Yakub remembered the very first broker he ever met. His wrinkle-covered eyes were so clouded compared to Poldnitsa. At his final meal before leaving, Yakub felt for the first time that the bread in his hand was so corpse that it was hard to swallow.
そっちは一線を越えなかったとでも言うのか?
Well, that's how I play in Kenshi. I mean, Kenshi, you don't have to deal with actual people. Better to recover the goods and not let it be wasted.
闇ブローカーに向いてないだ? ああ、そうさ。俺はお前たちのような愚か者と違う。
All these years, Yakub often recalls those eyes from his memory. He angrily throws his terminal to the side. The stemware filled with wine shatters on the ground. Red liquid slowly spreads across the floor. Yakub stares at the blood-like hue and suddenly calms down.
いや、まだだ。俺としたことが肝心なことを忘れてた。闇ブローカーの戦場は何も仕入れだけではない。方法はいくらでもある。
No, see, Yakub was literally letting people die unnecessarily. Yeah. He was purposely letting them die so he could loot them. And he was just like twisting the situation in his explanation so that no one would fault him. Oh my god, there's spicy juices everywhere.
だよな、ポルドニッツァ。
He's no different from Varyag. I mean, he's working together with them, so you're not wrong there. Sinisterly. Oh my god, why is it everywhere? Sinisterly. Yakub retrieves another wine glass and slowly fills it with red liquor. See, I'm more of a whiskey person. I don't trust people who drink red wine. He phones his secretary as he downs a glass. See, wine is for fancy people. Whiskey is more for people who are actually like doing shit, I feel like. In the end, it's just a drink though. He's not a survivalist, he's an opportunist. Exactly. Okay, we really need these. Alright, I don't think we touched the cat cafe last time. Probably should. Let's make some drinks. Oh my god, it's like working at Starbucks again. I hated working at Starbucks. The pay was awful. You never got tips. Working at a restaurant was way better. A survivalist will look at manpower and its long-term effects on everyone's overall survival. Opportunities just take advantage of the situation presented to them, no matter how fucked. Yeah. That's not a long-term thing. Because, like, long-term thinking would know that if you fuck over other people will gonna fuck with you too. I hate Starbucks. The sad part is like I went to other places to drink, and like they're so incompetent these days that I'm like, man, I put in so much work and I was still treated so poorly. But nowadays people don't even try. But I guess they shouldn't try. It's not like these corporations care about them anyway. Starbucks is like very cult-like in how it trains its members, trains its employees. I don't blame them. One of the clerks at my local Starbucks always sounds like they don't want to be there. Yeah, I wouldn't blame them either. Starbucks is ass. Would you guys work at a cat cafe? Oh, that's a pretty one. It doesn't meow, but it makes special sounds which cannot be understood by other cats. I don't know if I would want to work at a cat cafe. I'm not allergic to cats anymore, but I don't think I've ever really liked the smell of cats. I like cats, but I don't like... You know how like a house has been having a... If a cat's been living in a house for a long time, the house has that cat smell that's like very strong. I'm not a huge fan of that smell. But I don't mind cats themselves. In fact, one of our tenants, one of the people living nearby, their cat, whenever I visit, it's always rubbing its cheeks on me. I believe that's where like the scent glands are. So it was like basically trying to mark me as its territory. But it's also like, its teeth are also there, so like it's scratching out my pants, and I'm like, please stop scratching up my pants. I mean, I like that it's a affectionate cat, but like, please stop scratching my pants. I wonder if they deal with many Karens. Oh, the Starbucks? Probably. I dealt with quite a few Karens. And also a homeless person camped outside my Starbucks. And they'd always come in and annoy the shit out of us. Because they'd always ask us for water and be like, can you not see we have a line for paying customers here? Would you politely piss off? Like, I feel bad for you that you're on the streets, but at the same time, it's like, do you really expect us to stop our work that we're getting paid for to give water to you who is very clearly addicted to some sort of substance? Addicted people should not be on the streets. That's fine. Oh, that's cute. Apparently, sound effects of the cafe minigame sounds satisfying, yeah. Maybe a slow one, not a mainstream one like Starbucks. I imagine Starbucks is more like fast food feel. Yeah, it's definitely, Starbucks is very fast food. I mean, the machines are basically automated at Starbucks. So even though I can use a Starbucks espresso machine, I actually struggled a lot when I went to work at a restaurant with an actual coffee machine, I could not operate it properly. The Starbucks one basically runs itself. It's genuinely a really good machine. It's just that, you know, it's not like you're gonna have to actually learn how to use an actual espresso machine. Starbucks is always full. Yeah, I mean, it's just people go to Starbucks not because it's particularly good, but just because it's consistent, right? It's fast and it's consistent. You know exactly what you're gonna get at Starbucks. But if you want like actual nice coffee, you probably, I prefer if you go to like an actual sit down, like a local place. Usually they're pretty competent and it tastes a lot better. Which, by the way, I like macchiatos. Yeah. Not caramel macchiatos, not that disgusting thing. But actual just macchiatos. So I don't like macchiato in this game. I think she's meh. But like I drink macchiato coffees. I used to drink double espressos. Double shot, 2 shots espressos with the milk. A macchiato is basically the same thing. It's just espressos with some milk on top. I don't like having to have a long drink. I prefer having short, like really small drinks of coffee. And I just take small sips of like the very strong, like flavored coffee. Macchiato is very strong tasting. Not as much as just like espresso shots, but it's still very strong. Oh yeah, there's a roguelike mode in this game, but I think the roguelike takes way too long. Oh hey! Oh hey, it's this game. Yay! When's the Nikkei collab? I should put on survey they should use bosses. Oh yeah, that would make sense. But they'd have to animate that, right? I think it's a good idea though. I think that's a good idea. Apparently there's a website dedicated to stray cats caught on feeder live cams. That's interesting. Go old-fashioned hand grind the beans and use a V60. What's a V60? V60. Oh, yeah, pour over. I mean, you can actually get pour overs in Starbucks. You can get it. It doesn't even cost anything extra. But it was a pain in the ass to do if it was really busy. But yeah, pour overs are nice. I like pour overs. My personal favorite way of making coffee is like, I don't know if you guys watch like Gundam Seed. There's a character named Andrew Walfeld, and like they go to his like room and basically he's making coffee, with these like basically test tubes, and that's what it is. Siphon coffee. I really like to make coffee with a siphon, but I think siphon coffee is more for show than it is for really anything to do with taste. Tolo, Exchida, Wawa, Sharkry, Belka alone. Kashmar would be a good idea with how an arm she has. Oh yeah, you're right. Nikkei besides butt jiggles. Comment music. Yeah, it's pretty good. We'll do one more. Oh yeah, it's missing butt jiggles. You're right. This is not my FPS mouse. This mouse is really heavy. You might want to do this off stream if you want some collapse crystals and tickets. Yeah. I'll probably do that. Maybe we can do it tomorrow. What else do we have? Pathforger. I hate Pathforger. Can I do not want to play Pathforger. I have enough crystals, I think. I think I've got enough crystals. You know, I'm not really a hardcore guy, so I'm not gonna bother V3, V0, V6. I think just single one is good enough for me. Yeah, Springfield, very pretty. Yeah, what does she look like in the fitting room? Or not the fitting room, the dorm. Free to play, yeah, or a light spender. I don't feel the need to spend on this game. What is going on? What's this? Oh, right. She's wearing the... Alright, I guess the only thing I really want in this game are the outfits. I really like how her eyes translated over from the 2D art. I did not expect Springfield to sleep like that. Springfield does not seem like this. The type to sleep like this. She has like the image of someone who's really like refined, right? So to see her like sprawled out on bed is kind of... Make bank from GF1 vets if they make legacy outfits. I mean, that's what they have been making, right? They're old clothes. Oh, you mean like their GF1 costumes, not just like the dresses.
Oh, yes.
Because like there is this dress which I think is really good. I also really like her hair getting done in this spiral bun, this braided bun. It looks really good. Also, like, I have no idea how hair like that works. I'm really like interested in how women tie their hair up, because like that looks really like it's a lot of work. Yeah, it's not an exact one-to-one of the original, but I think it looks really good here. It's a nice dress. Gosh. If I could bring a lady to a party wearing a dress like this, I'd be like, wow. Maybe I'll get that one. Discount for 3 days. I'll think about it.
また指揮官と一緒に戦える日が訪れるなんて。これが噂のエルモ号ですか？
噂のエルモ号です。
やっと実物が見られました。
まあね。I think today this is going to be the end of the stream today. Yes. Thank you guys for coming today. I don't have anything scheduled tomorrow, but if I only have up till the 23rd, that would be Wednesday, to finish this event. I might have to stream tomorrow. I'll think about it. I will think really hard about it, whether or not I want to do another stream. I've got stuff I need to catch up on. But it do be how it be. Sometimes it do be how it be. Wow, no one's on this. I wanted to see if I wanted to raid anybody, but surprisingly, nobody is streaming right now. Am I crazy? No, people are streaming, right? Let's see. Kuro streaming. Roscoe. You know what? I will send you guys to my friends Lauren and Tibby. I don't know who, if it's a stream. It's a channel shared by a married couple, I believe they're married. Or they're either married or they're engaged, I don't know. But like they're really cool. I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Anyways, I'm gonna send you guys over to them, so please send some love. Anyways, let me set up the raid. And I will do so. Alright, 今回の配信見に来てありがとうございました。お疲れ様でした。Otaku What's Raven. I'll see you guys, if not tomorrow, then next week. We'll be doing, I don't know what we'll be doing, but like we'll be doing stuff. Anyways, see you later. Bye bye.